Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
No, man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
You're Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I steal the question from Cabs.
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit. That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
That is gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Come one, come all, come short, come tall. We saw one in the summer. Now there's one in the fall. Disney Plus TV shows are ruining the MCU. That's our take. What do you do? But let's see what the Secret Invasion has done to people like Cap and Cabs and Ray and even Lay when he comes in before show, because he never does. What's going on, guys? We're back with another fucking issue of the Knucklehead Comics.
Have they really been messing up the MCU?
I don't know. This is what I'm asking y'all.
I feel like we started off really strong with with the Disney Plus shows. We started strong.
I definitely have a take. I definitely have an honest to God take on it.
Yo, word.
Is it just too much?
No. I'll get. Well, you guys ponder your conclusions, but
okay. So like I said, I think we started hot. I think a lot of people were riding on Secret Invasion after what happened with She-Hulk. I think everybody was getting those Winter Soldier vibes and had maybe gone too crazy with it. I don't want to necessarily say that they're messing up the MCU, but I can't argue against someone who may say that. But I think we just need to scale back on the shows a little bit. Let's go back to the 2 to 3 movies a year. Let people catch up. Let people not have to watch, these shows in order to be caught up. Let's focus on quality content as opposed to a quantity of content.
You know what I think the biggest problem with the MCU and Disney is? There's too much behind the curtain chitter chatter.
Yeah.
Because
they're starting to expect us to put too much of the pieces together. Is that what you mean?
It's because they say now all of a sudden the Marvels are going to be a direct sequel to this series. That's like me going on Tuesdays, we're going to be talking about Michael Jordan, and we come up on here and we talking about comics. Has nothing to do with the other. It's like how, Sway, I got excited to see something. You just said it, and now I'm supposed to believe it. Like, why don't you just put out a fucking show and let's watch the show? Because we didn't have nothing when Moon Knight came out. We just knew Moon Knight was a character, and we were involved in the show. We let the show tell us the story.
Yeah.
When Loki first came out, all we knew is that it happened right after the first Avengers movie. And then we told the story. This shit is like, oh, Secret Invasion is gonna answer all your questions. It's gonna lead into the Marvels. It's gonna be a sequel to the Marvels. It's gonna explain the Eternals. It's gonna make you bag bitches left and right. Tony Atlas is gonna come out and give you the world of. He's gonna take the problems off your shoulders. Like Samuel Jackson literally got 30 years younger to do this show, and we're watching it. And we're like, I got the wrong channel.
I mean, I didn't hear all of that. I heard the bitches part.
Everybody hears the bitches part.
I heard the bitches part.
You mean to tell me all you heard was bitches?
No, but like
After everything I said, all you heard was my mama saying.
No, like it's like a lot of people were hoping that this was a different direction, a pivot. And again, all right, let's look at these shows. WandaVision was great. Captain America Winter Soldier didn't have such a good reception. I think we all liked it here.
Yeah.
Loki is one of the people's favorites. As it shows, they got a season 2. Clearly, Loki did something right. And then we got a treat in Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye was a nice little like biscotti on an airplane. That's how I consider Hawkeye. It was just a nice biscotti on a Delta Airlines flight. It was perfect. Not too sweet, not too salty. I got enough. I didn't get too much of it. I think it was perfect. Hawkeye was like one of my low-key faves. Then we ended up with Moon Knight, which that was just incredible. Then we took a turn with Miss Marvel.
Okay. Oh.
But yeah, we all liked Miss Marvel here, but critically, it did not go well with a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, bro. People hate Miss Marvel, which is insane.
Oh.
It's insane.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I feel like it's more of people haven't even watched.
Yeah,
and just give it hate.
Yeah, no,
because it's like the Captain Marvel thing. Like there's a reason but people have not watched and just automatically say they hate it.
Yeah, there's 2 reasons why people hate Miss Marvel. She's Muslim and she's a female.
Yeah, 100%.
So sadly,
there's no other reason to not like it.
And then we had She-Hulk, which admittedly, even me who enjoyed She-Hulk, I understood that show had massive problems. And then it's like, now we're here. But it's like, damn. So like them shows is hitting 80% of the time.
But here's the thing though, not to cut you off, but at least She-Hulk had some watchable episodes where you were like, something? They did something.
Before you go, Cap, can I ask you guys a 2-part question? Okay.
Yeah.
Do we think this was the weakest episode, episode 6 of Secret Invasion? Do we think that was the weakest episode of the series? 2, do you think it was the weakest episode in all of Disney plus Marvel shows?
No and no.
Okay, same.
I think it was the strongest episode.
Because you know what? I wish Secret Invasion would have gotten to episode 6 by episode 3 or episode 4.
Episode 1.
Cut some, or episode 1. cut some fat, get us to this point, and then let us see a bit of Rhodey and what's happening afterwards. I would have loved, because Marvel episodes of these Disney Plus episodes, they usually ramp up around episode 4 or 5. I would have loved just one more episode after 6.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
But I would say it definitely wasn't the weakest. It was definitely one of the stronger ones. I will say, based off just the overall of the series, this definitely was the weakest, maybe finale. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like a finale.
One of the shortest finales.
Yeah,
that was. Why are we getting shorter?
I would say that, yeah, but I wouldn't say. But consensus out there is that this has been the worst rated episode of a Disney Marvel show. Crazy.
I think I know a couple of reasons why. Real quick, I just wanted to say that the reason I was unaware of the unpopularity of Miss Marvel is because right now, even on Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at a 98 for the critics and an 80 for the audience. So it's got to be the people who haven't watched it.
Yeah, 100%
shit about it.
And even some of us here were like, "Yo, this show really isn't geared towards us," and we caught a nice surprise from it. You know, yeah, people give that show a chance. Great family values.
Yeah,
it'll show you that we're all the damn same.
And I think I know why this episode was rated the worst. And I'm gonna say it because I'm a dick and I'm gonna stick to my guns because Emilia Clarke is a fucking Super Skrull and people don't like the fact that woman is a Super Skrull. I'm going at it. We're going at it today. All these bigots and fucking sexists, we're going at it, motherfucker.
No, you have a point. I actually enjoyed that last fight.
I did too.
So did I. I gotta say one thing not to jump completely onto what Toad's saying, but to that point, I even saw new rock stars sitting there when they were breaking down all the powers that were shown up.
Yes.
They were like, oh, look, it's the Hulk's leg. And I guess his shorts are part of his DNA. And I watched that and I went, here's the problem. We can't be adults anymore. You can't understand that they included the shorts so you could easily identify which fucking character it was. And you didn't have to take a guess because it was just a big green fucking leg.
And if you was gonna turn into the Hulk, wouldn't you look like him?
We're getting a lot of that. It is funny that they gave him the shorts. By the way, Taekwon, I've been reading all your messages loud and clear.
Not for Taekwon. I don't think you want them in the kitchen. Most of them can't cook anymore.
Hold on, ask Kyle Reiner if he wants a woman in the kitchen in the comics. And if you know, you know. And Taekwon, you should know.
Oh, they threw hot grits at him?
No, they invented a whole word because of that panel.
Oh shit!
It's called fridging. Because they killed his girlfriend and stuffed her in the fridge.
Oh.
And when he came home, he opened it and saw her disembodied in the fucking fridge.
Yeah, now what, Taekwon? Huh? It was jokes until shit got serious.
In fridging. In fridging.
1-on-1, I'm undefeated. Never lost.
But nah, they're definitely trying to nitpick on the smallest shit. Like, come on.
I understand saying like, all right, Drax's arm was disproportionate or whatever.
I mean, it's a bigger arm than Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. That's a VFX thing, whatever. Yeah. But again, they had to add the shorts so you can easily. So idiots like you, Eric Voss, and normally I'm on your side for shit, but today, see, we're going at it today.
Damn.
Pre-show, I said it was all right.
He is like the only person who's allowed to stream Marvel content live on his channel and give live reactions. I think he's the only person that has that permission.
If you're gonna make that comment without the fucking smart to be like, all right, it was an indicator to readily identify, so he can sit there, point out, and go, look, that was the Hulk.
Whenever I'm on this podcast, I send anger from the brothers over here. I send it elsewhere. Sometimes I take it in pause, like the Green Mile. I'm scared of the dog, boss. Sometimes I take it in. Sometimes I project it, and it somehow managed to hit Eric fucking Voss.
No, you know what, man?
Fuck him.
I love it. This is incredible.
Which one is he?
He's the blonde dude. He's like the face of New Rockstar.
Is he? He's not the dog one, right? That's Screen Junkies.
No, that's Screen.
That's Screen Crush. That's Screen Crush.
Screen Crush. Okay, all
right.
Which
I like Ryan Airy. I think he's very grounded.
Here's the thing, Mr. Voss. Like I said, 99% of the time we got no issue.
Yeah, no, we don't.
But I'm tired of all these fucking. I'm tired of everybody just sitting there. If a show's bad, we know it's bad. To then go in and pick shit that it's got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Like, this She-Hulk wasn't bad because the CGI was bad. if the CG had been the same and the writers just put out a better product, nobody would have gave a shit.
Which is all of phase 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Like it's always been past CGI, kid. And now people are starting to talk about like budgets. Budgets are a big thing now. Oh, the most money spent on Disney Plus show and blah. It's like okay, now we accountants now.
That's go ahead, Cap.
No, I'm just saying, come up with actual legit criticisms for the show.
Yeah.
You have a legitimate criticism. Let's talk about it. That's valid. Let's bring that into the conversation. If you have actual legit fucking praise for the show, like Gravik, his speech was one of the best things I've ever seen. Yeah. Like that shit was acted so perfectly.
As I don't want to say it was bad writing because it wasn't all bad writing, but as on and off, as iffy as it was, as inconsistent as it was, I feel like some of the acting in this show was even Nick Fury, who had some amazing lines that he delivered. The scenes with him and his wife were all great. Gravik was just on another one. And then we have homegirl, Sonya. Sonya was like MVP. Yo, last episode when Fury gets in the car and they're playing that UK rap and Fury's like, this is what we're going to do. She's like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing. I was like, fuck yeah. I love her. Bring out Excalibur. Let's go. Bring in the Nightcrawler. Bring in Henry Cavill, Captain Britain. Let's do it.
I just want to point out also that, we could say that the writing should have been stronger. But we know there's a writer's strike going on because the writers are not getting paid anything. And on top of it, there was a story that came out that the writers for Secret Invasion, their paychecks were being held as an incentive to get them to write better and write other shit. Like, that's not an incentive. You're not going to pay me for my work. It's not an incentive for me to fucking do better.
Yeah. An incentive means on top of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's my check plus. That's what incentive means.
Yeah.
So
for that, they should have just held a gun to their family's head. Like, we got an incentive for you to write better.
Okay, you got it. I'm gonna give you the best I've ever gotten.
So I'm not gonna blame the only writer's room I'm going to blame for any Disney Plus or Marvel movie
She-Hulk
problem is She-Hulk. No, dude, when you turn around and you pitch a certain thing and then admit you can't write that certain thing and then nothing is what you're saying, that's just a general problem with the people in the room not knowing what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And the other person I'm gonna blame is Vince's favorite, Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the fuck you think you were going for, but you missed the mark, sir.
Mr. Wakatakiki.
I don't know that. I'm almost thinking personal sabotage on that one because you got too much. You got too much gravitas and like prowess behind you to put out what the hell happened with.
They gave him just enough rope, and he accidentally hung himself with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Two things. One, my only issue with Secret Invasion was the fucking time length of each episode. I've said it. We need an hour.
Toe, me and you've been saying this shit forever now. Since She-Hulk.
Yeah. We need an hour each episode.
For a year we've been saying this.
Yep. Because that whole 29-minute shit, that ain't cutting it, player. Not for 6 episodes. I don't know what. The only thing I know for sure is Rhodey's a human now. They found Rhodey. I didn't even give a shit about the white tiger from Wakanda.
Damn, Ty, why you gotta play me like that, son?
Shit. I didn't even give a shit about the fucking the dude from Wakanda Forever. That he was a captain. My whole thing was Rhodey.
Yeah.
That was what's important to me.
Which is my issue with this, which I said last time. It's just the scale of this is just too small. Yeah. This could have been a movie arc after Civil War. I'm gonna say one last thing, and then I'll let you go, Cap. Because at the end of the day, we should have known, and I think we did mention this. Like, okay, but what Avengers are there to like fuck around with? Because let's get it serious, guys. Rhodey is an Avenger.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can. He's an Avenger, okay? Like
to help Cabs out, for anybody who reads the comics, War Machine is not that big in the Avengers catalog either. He's not on that roster much either. He's normally doing his own shit or just teaming with Iron Man on the side.
And like,
so this is not a shot at Rhodey or the character or anything.
And even before the Avengers were the Avengers in the comics, like even your beloved Iron Man was like a C, maybe a B tier character. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why we're here.
Also, so this is my thing. The continuity is off on every series. They had machines and guns to fight Miss Marvel before they even knew she existed.
Yeah.
They had weapons to fight She-Hulk before they knew she existed. They go into some shit with regular fucking guns. And then they're gonna nuke a nuclear wasteland. You're telling me you didn't have Hydra weapons and fucking Tesseract weapons ready for these fucking aliens? Like, you wasn't sitting there going, yo, we got a fucking net that can attract to alien blood and just swoop, and we got all of them.
And that's the main problem with this. I 1,000,000% agree with you, Toe. That's my main problem with this show, where the lack of Avengers laying around and the lack of available people for drama made this whole thing be a Nick Fury exclusive. It's like, oh, why are you calling your friends? Oh, I got to do this one on my own. No, you don't.
I got my mama.
No, you don't got to do this on your own. You don't know, Fury.
Everyone
knows you're a dick. It makes no sense. Everyone knows you're a dick. If you would have told any Avenger that after the battle you decided to pick up everybody's blood, they would have been like, yeah, Fury, surprised you didn't do it to us on our sleep years ago. Like, everyone knows you're a dick, Fury. It's kind of your thing. You're
just don't tell the Hulk.
You make the hard decisions. And no matter who would have been upset at you at this point, it's never below you. It's never below Nick Fury. Never. Yeah. So it's like this whole you got to do, and then this whole I got to do it by myself led to the Rhodey thing. And it's like, we all knew it was Rhodey. So it's like, it was just too small scale for such a big fucking comic book arc.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna prove right now. I'm gonna go into I'll get into what I think my problem is overall with this series versus every series later on, but right now I'm gonna go into what the missed opportunity they had where they put the emphasis in the wrong places. And this is totally based on the show. I'm not adding anything new to this. All right. We've all saw the video where I pointed out, or hopefully a lot of people saw the video where I pointed out the lights on the prosthetic joint legs that Tony gave.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah, so
because I agree. I think it's all smoke and mirror with the robe. I think that shit is smoke and mirror.
Because I mean, you get a hospital robe every time you go into the MRI.
Yeah. And it would make sense that he has to check up on those things. They're welded to his freaking, they help his legs move. He gotta check himself out.
You don't think here's the stupid thing, because the director for some reason is like, oh, I think it was Civil War. So you're telling me that Iron Man didn't code Rhodey's legs to work in conjunction with his spine and his synapses so that it can help him walk and send signals. Do you think that shit would work on somebody who's not fucking hurt? Like I said in the video, his spinal disease is not genetic. You don't get it in the DNA if you hurt your spine. So when you copy him, his legs would have been useless.
You know what people are going with, Cap? They're like, oh, well, when he came to, he tried to walk. Yeah, because he's disoriented and probably think he has his legs on.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. He probably thought he had his legs on. And not only that, look, and obviously this could be boiled down to writing, but if he was indeed, because I didn't really have the time pinpointed like you did, but I was like, there's smoke and mirrors here, because if Rhodey had been who if he was like switched since Civil War, a lot of shit happened in Civil War. The first thing Rhodey would have been like, yo, where's Bucky? Where's T'Challa? Where's Tony? My man didn't say shit because he realized that something funky happened to him after the fact. That was kind of my take on it.
Yeah. So here's another thing for the emphasis that the show gives us that they should go with. Who did Emilia Clarke find in the basement of the fucking facility in Russia? No, she saw everybody that we knew was switched.
Yeah.
Which tells me that these people were switched recently.
Yeah.
So now they said that there's 1 million people, right? That they brought in. Well, we know that base for the Skrulls, New Skrullox, there was not 1 million people there. Gravik did not murder 1 million of his own people. But what did they find? They found a fucking warehouse. In that warehouse, everybody in the sheets were sitting with the things here, which would tell me those are long-term people. Those are the people who have been switched from the snap, from Civil War, from beforehand, which leads everybody in the facility, more recent, everybody in the warehouse, long-term plans. So there you go. He doesn't have to be, if you said it after after Endgame, or after Captain America and the Winter Soldier, you said it after that, you don't have to explain anything. You don't have to go jank and rewrite history and shit that we already saw. Rhodey gets to grieve everything that he's been through, and you still get to use him as a fucking Skrull. The third thing is the emphasis should have been put more on the Skrulls are trying to invade through public officials and not through starting a war. Because why would you not call the Avengers?
Yeah.
Well, can you really have the Avengers showing up and punching a public official in the street? It's not going to look good for Captain America to show up and just smack that dude with this fucking shield. He's a civilian, the show host dude, or to smack the British lady, the Prime Minister. You can't have the Avengers fight seeming civilians or public officials. So that's why you couldn't bring the Avengers in.
Or
and
they could.
It had to be Nick Fury, because this is more politically motivated than actual. We got to stop a fucking physical war and stop fighting somebody.
Or the Avengers were fractured during Civil War.
Yeah.
And broken during Infinity War. Because they weren't together until Infinity War, and they had to fight last minute. They got everybody back from the blip, and what happened? Everyone went their separate ways.
Yeah, I mean, that's also...
There are no Avengers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would have loved this, though. It would have been funny if Sonya goes, "Hey, Fury, I understand that this is your fight, and I understand that you're trying to do it alone. Clearly, you can't. I may have someone who may help in a little bit of a more unorthodox way." And then you have Valentina DeFontaine show up with maybe U.S. Agent, Yelena Belova, maybe with Bucky. Like, okay, not exactly. And Nick Fury can still kind of do his solo act like, yo, I don't fuck with how y'all get down. I know about y'all. I know what y'all been doing behind closed doors, but I'm desperate right now. And you guys can hit people in the face.
That makes perfect sense, because you fight it now on two fronts.
Yeah.
Fury's dealing with Gravik and the underlying issue. They're dealing with the more public, what the fuck do we do issue.
This is
why you need hour-long episodes.
Yeah. This show was missing. I'm telling you, bro. We got to make it easier to follow now.
Dude, I want to actually bring this up. I was going to do it later, but I'm going to bring it up now. I think...
Let's go for it.
One of the things that I think is the problem is, if we look at WandaVision, Loki, Miss Marvel, at least to us, and the people who actually saw it, who appreciate it. If you look at Wakanda Forever, No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the thing that separates them is they have an identity and a story they want to tell.
Facts.
Yeah. All the other fucking shows, they don't have an identity, and their purpose is to serve a story outside of themselves. There was nothing interesting or nothing poignant that Secret Invasion was trying to say as a series. They were just trying to serve the greater machine that is the MCU. Quantum Mania, again, nothing interesting, no central story that they wanted to tell. They just got to introduce Kang. They got to introduce the Quantum Realm. They got to introduce other shit. Thor: Love and Thunder, despite what the fuck he wants to say, there was no fucking interesting story to tell. And you know how I know that? Because there's two characters with interesting stories to tell that they did nothing with.
And I don't give a shit what anybody says. Ragnarok was fucking Planet Hulk.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, didn't have... It had... You could tell Sam Raimi wanted to put his spin on it.
For sure.
But it still had to serve the broader story of the MCU.
The higher MCU.
Yeah. The only one that had its own story and failed is the Eternals. But that, I think that's just a separate issue from here.
Yeah.
But if we look at like She-Hulk, She-Hulk thought it could be Seinfeld. No story whatsoever, and just bring in everybody, which doesn't work. We need something to latch onto. We need
like a lawyer show.
Compelling. Yeah. Like the reason why Loki is so fucking
good point, Cavs. I never thought of that.
According to everybody, is because not only did it have its own story to tell, its own fucking motivations as a show, but it makes the characters fucking compelling. There's 3 or 4 characters that you could point to in Loki, and you're like, yo, these 3 or 4 characters, I want to see them forever. People may or may not like Hawkeye, but the one thing we can all agree with is Kate Bishop and Yelova. That relationship's fucking solid.
If I don't get more of that within the next 2 years, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Yeah. I need more of that immediately, bro.
Even Moon Knight had its own story to tell with the battle of fucking depression and the psychosomatic problems that he created for himself as a safety mechanism, like all that shit. Fucking Werewolf by Night had an interesting fucking... It had an interesting identity and its own story where it's like, yo, this is what we want to do. And we're going to go full bore into it. And it was fucking enjoyable. One of my favorite fucking things Disney's ever done.
The holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Even that was like definitely like it was building up what they had going on there in this little like it was perfect right before part 3.
Yeah.
But that's the difference. Is it went in with no substance, all fluff. Because what did everybody compare it to? What did I compare it to? I thought this was gonna be like Andor.
Yeah.
Andor had its own story. You could strip all the Star Wars shit out of Andor, and it's still a fucking great show. And it still does exactly what the fuck it does. And it doesn't change any part of it. The fact that they added Star Wars into it just makes it even better because now it connects to something that we previously loved.
Yeah. But listen, man, I will always say this: it's the lengths of these TV shows. See, this is a problem when you try to make a movie a TV show. It's the same thing as you're trying to make a TV show a movie. You're trying to make all this time condensed into 3 hours, and then you're trying to take 3 hours and you're trying to stretch it out into fucking 6 episodes. It don't work. That's why there's a difference between series and movies.
Yeah. Like this definitely needed to be a longer movie instead of, let's make 30-minute shows and then we're going to take out everything you actually want from it. Like,
but this should have been multiple movies.
This should have been this should have been an arc.
Because
it would have been, bro, if we could have just gone straight to this after Endgame, like we go back to events of Civil War and things that happened pre and post blip and focus on this for like a couple movies and then move on to the multiverse shit, we might have had something there. We might have
Phase 4.
Phase 4 could have been all Secret Invasion. Now,
It also would have made sense at that point instead of
there was still Avengers to fuck with.
Yeah.
There was still Avengers to mess with at that point. And that's the thing. Like and I was excited. I saw the Winter Soldier vibes here, you know, and they were there. It's just it was underwhelming in terms of who we had to deal with. And Screen Crush, Ryan Airy was saying this, which I was saying this too. It's like, man, everything that happened in the hospitals of this show was ridiculous. Like that standoff that they had in the hospital with the president and Rhodey, and it's like, yo, can you just shoot Rhodey in the leg right fast? Just shoot him in the leg. The president could see it right there, just in the leg. Just,
he wouldn't have felt it.
You could have ripped the finger. You could have ripped the finger. You could have done anything, which kind of brings me up to which is something that I saw in Endgame and Infinity War. Do we see Rhodey bleed or get hurt? Because that'll just throw out all Skrull.
He gets trapped under the building.
So he would have bled, right?
Well, here's the thing: if they collected all the,
hold on, before you go, this is where I wanted to go. Like, how cool would it have been, right? If we end Infinity War, right? We have a couple of things. Spider-Man's doing his thing, and then we get just a movie, right? The beginning of Secret Invasion. And you just see a bunch of Skrulls walking around the end of the battle. And I don't know how you would do this. Obviously, I'm not a writer, but it's like, hey, Fury, we're here. We've collected every sample, but we found something kind of crazy. It's like, what? It's like, we found Skrull blood. And they're like, well, it was a huge battle. I'm pretty sure there was some Skrulls up there. They're like, it's mixed in with Colonel Rhodes' DNA. And boom, Secret Invasion. And we actually have like an arc of it, like a couple movies. It didn't even have to, it could have been 3-4 movies. Like, we needed Avengers for this. Like, whoopity-doo-dah, Brody's a Skrull. You literally picked the easiest person to make a Skrull. And everybody called it months ago, maybe even years ago. I just think it was too small scale.
You know what you could have did? You could have had at the end of the thing where Cap goes back in time and he's a Skrull.
Fuck my life.
And he went back in time to put all the shit there and he took the DNA from the past.
Fuck my life. I would have loved that. He's not... Yo, like, people who were on expiring contracts, that would have made the most sense to make them Skrulls, right?
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Like, Scarlet, and I know, which is the Black Widow in the comics was like the leading detective as to who's a Skrull or not. So it might have been a little weird to make her a Skrull, but we still have some people lingering around. I don't know. It's too little, too late with this Secret Invasion.
What would have been dope if they would have, like I said, they would have made 3 movies out of this series. So the first 2 episodes would be a movie. The next 2 episodes will be part 2. The next 2 episodes will be part 3. Part 1 is there's a new hero in town fighting somebody. He gets mollywopped and turned into a green motherfucker. And like, what is this?
What is happening?
And they get the world gets introduced to Skrulls, and they got to cover it up somehow. And then we start seeing more and more people turn into Skrulls. Like, what the fuck is this? And it's all those congressmen and world leaders and everybody. And like, yo, we're being invaded by fucking Skrulls. Why don't you call the Avengers? We don't know who's a Skrull and who isn't.
Yeah.
Because the cartoon did this shit in like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And still did a better job.
I saw that. Yo, and like, again, I don't want to say that I disliked the show because I thought there was some great acting performances. I always think like more of the spy stuff is cool, but at the end of the day, it's too small. What up, Leroy?
No, I think that's what it was. I think it's more of, it's not that we didn't like any of it. It's more of just, it's the lack thereof to like. Like there's there's more that we could have wanted from this to make.
We could have done so much more with it.
Yeah.
So, sorry, while you guys were doing that, I was doing some digging, and it is explicitly shown right after the Avengers compound gets blown up by Thanos that Rhodey is in the suit and he goes, canopy, canopy, and it lets him out. And he has to crawl to Rocket Raccoon because his legs don't work.
Yeah.
Again, in a situation like that, if he was a Skrull, he's still going to act hurt.
No, yeah. By then he would start to turn. So, yeah.
Yeah. You mean to tell me that the Skrull from Civil War with the suit, with the legs, all the way up to the end of Endgame, and all the way up to Falcon and Winter Soldier, pretended to be injured, and then all of a sudden now, well, fuck it, I don't know, I gotta stop pretending now?
Yeah.
I got a question for all of y'all, and even everybody in the chat. Rhodes acted completely different in this TV show because he was a Skrull.
Mm-hmm.
He acted the exact same in every other fucking movie because he wasn't a Skrull. Why do we now all of a sudden why do we have to believe someone who's just gonna throw shit out there? Oh well, he was a Skrull when we kicked out Terrence Howard. The director doesn't know shit about what he wants to do with this, so he's gonna throw out there, oh, it was a secret invasion. Or Civil War. The director's gonna pick the easiest route possible. They had no idea they were doing Secret Invasion during Civil War.
So back to the point that I was making. The two things. What was it? The two things that he had to put in here was Rhodey's the Skrull. I think it was Gaia. I think it was Gaia being the Super Skrull. I think those are the two things that Kevin Feige himself demanded to put in.
Dang.
So I think he just, he lost the train.
Yeah, maybe it went off a little. It was just again like, and again, Rhodey would have been injured during that battle. Like I personally think, and someone could counteract what you said. So like, oh well. This is now when the plan is finally, happening. So that's why he's changed his whole attitude. And it's like, or he just turned into a Skrull not too long ago.
Now,
the rope is just there to throw you off, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, they took him from the hospital that you wear hospital gowns. And you don't only wear a hospital gown once and then never again in your life.
When is the best place to get somebody who's surrounded by Secret Service?
When they're sedated? Oh,
yeah. When they're in a fucking hospital room where HIPAA laws are not to be violated and he needs privacy with his fucking doctor.
Yeah.
And
when they take the president, no, he was in the hospital.
Which that hospital is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Let me just tell, like, oh yeah, he's right there.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like, okay, maybe it's because of the hospital systems in Russia are not great.
No, they were in the UK.
Okay, maybe it's not great over there. Like, I don't know what's happening.
That's what happens when you got free healthcare.
Suck it, UK. That's hilarious. Free health.
I can't even say
free healthcare, no security.
They're struggling to find funding for the healthcare.
Everybody is. But yeah, like I don't know, like it sucks because Secret Invasion could have been good, just not in a show. I think you got to be very careful what you put on a show. Like for example, can I ask you a question? Would you guys just been okay with She-Hulk being a quick little 2-hour movie? She gets her introduction, boom, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like kind of like Captain Marvel. Like, yo, we need to introduce her now, and she'll be around later because that's another thing. She-Hulk never really had a crew that she could call her own. You know what I'm saying? So it would be perfect to give her little movie, and then we'll see her later. Do you think that would have been okay? Or do you think she needed a show?
I don't think I would have minded.
I honestly think
if it was just some short.
I think it's all money. They thought that they could get some
I
money
think
out
you
of
need
these shows. I think they say, yo, we could get some money out of these shows. Let's try some shows and see how it works. The first 3 were incredible, and then they just did the Marvel thing and did too much of it.
No, I honestly think it should have been a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the show was structured wrong. This should have been this should have been like exactly what She-Hulk is. She-Hulk is counter programming. She's not your typical, even though her biggest success was part of being a Fantastic Four, but she's not the typical hero who's going to go out and do the beat 'em up. She does the meta jokes. She does the referencing, breaking the fourth wall. She is light comedy. This could have been the nice. We watch She-Hulk because it's fucking hilarious. The courtroom scenes are fucking dope. Like they're fun. The cases are funny, but you could see she's a great lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And just interspersed, there was how 9 episodes?
9.
So
30 minutes a pop.
So we do 2 episodes of her just being it's like sitcom situational real life shit. An episode of her in the courtroom being badass. 2 with her being, real life shit. Back into the courtroom for 1 or 2. Bringing bringing Daredevil just to get the Marvel itch of getting a couple of fight scenes out. And then the finale shouldn't have been her talking to a fucking robot or doing some other shit. The finale should have been a big ass important case that then leads into the bigger MCU. And then you got your perfect thing. It's different. It's fresh. It hits a new audience. It has stuff for us. It has stuff for everybody else. We get to see her in the courtroom. We get to see her being light. You can bring in cameos, and it tied in.
They could have. She could have been representing Spider-Man with everything that happened there. Well, but people don't know who he is, but they still know him as a vigilante, so it would be perfect.
She could have represented Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan. Yeah, Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
Or we make her a super intelligent lawyer, and then one of the Eternals comes down to those at the end of the series. Is like, we need your expertise.
And then she says the line, "I don't know how to cover up a big hand in the ocean." It's like, I'm not here for that.
No, you know what I'm saying?
That would have been
great.
That would have been hilarious, though. Be like, what? This big hand in the ocean? That just looks like rocks. Get that shit out of my face. And just brush it off just to piss people off more. That would have been
just that
would have been a good troll, yeah.
But you see, this is what.
Sorry, this is what This is what Marvel's known for. This.
All Eternals lay.
Only
They're eternal. We need the Eternals. They're Eternals. No, but yo, here's the thing.
Eternal podcast.
This show should have been what Winter Soldier was.
We wanted that.
And I say that because Winter Soldier outed SHIELD for all the Hydra infiltrators. Thus killing Hydra and SHIELD at the same time.
The formula's there, is what you're saying.
So this should have outed the Skrulls killing everything we know about the MCU. Because now the Skrulls have been this person, that person, this person. There's a Skrull that took over Loki's fucking life because Loki went missing. Something. Because Skrulls did have the power to mimic powers before they did Super Skrull shits. You're telling me you couldn't have one Skrull walking around and She-Hulk in the fucking base?
And some of the Skrulls were legit, like you just said, legit just filling in. Like there was nothing necessarily wrong with this person. It's just that they were off, and this Skrull is like, okay, I'll jump in now. And shit kind of felt forced in this. Like even the whole little one-liner. Like first of all, the president loses his shit and openly declares war on Skrulls just so Nick Fury could tell him, hey, this is real one term of you. Like, yeah, we get it. Thunderbolt Ross is going to be president soon. We get it, bro.
Yeah, we know how presidents work.
Yo, bro. Wow, what a
but that was...
It was a funny line, but it was also extremely forced, bro. Like, we get it.
You know what it is? Because people were complaining, how are we going to get to that?
Yeah, and we got it.
This is what I'm talking. This is what I was talking about earlier. About nobody's a fucking adult. How do we get to Thunderbolt Ross? Motherfucker, every 4 years we pick a new fucking president.
Yeah.
It's built into the fucking system.
Like now
Relax.
that the Skrulls are out there, now that we know mutants are among us, it's the perfect time for Thunderbolt Ross to just come out with a fresh campaign on like, yo, I'm gonna take care of all of this shit. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and boom, he gets elected.
What do I have?
Let's
What do
make
I have to
Captain
get
America
elected?
great again.
Yo, here's what I have.
You know what
The
I'm talking
Avengers
about.
are gone, but I have the Thunderbolts
Yeah.
to keep us safe from the Skrull, from other like.
And it'll work out great where it's like the public sees these people as these new amazing Avengers. Meanwhile, they're fucked up. And then that may lead us into some good Avengers, some pure Avengers that are all heart. The young Avengers? Can we finally just fucking get here? We need Avengers films.
Yeah.
Phase 5 needs to give us 2 Avengers films. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
But they are. I mean, technically they are.
Yeah.
No. Official Avengers films, man. Fuck it, bro.
Let me ask you a question. In She-Hulk, didn't they have her blood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the Skrull, weren't they spies for Nick Fury?
Yeah.
Not one of them knew that some motherfucker had She-Hulk's blood?
Somebody had to know.
Because that's what his main thing was. He wanted the DNA of the Avengers.
But
You got someone who's got the DNA of the Hulk. You can't go one after another. Like, you had someone recreate the super soldier serum. Someone steal She-Hulk's blood.
Fury
Someone stole vibranium.
Fury should have
And
been
these
all over
super
that.
spies have no idea this happened. We need Nick Fury's secret potion because we can't get this shit ourselves.
Everybody got them.
What? Wait, did we not see what happened before this show?
Yeah. I never thought of it like that.
You just opened my eyes to that. You literally just opened my eyes to that.
My bad.
I was like, yo, wait a minute. There's other ways to get these people's DNA.
I love how we bounce off of each other like that. That shit happens every damn episode, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I put my hand on my head. I was like, wait a minute. You don't need this shit. Someone else got it.
I got another question for you guys.
Super spies don't know shit.
Were you guys aware that in the scene that they showed when the vigilantes were just murdering Skrulls, were you guys aware that the British Prime Minister lady
That was a human.
was human?
Yeah.
I was not until I saw the fucking.
Yeah, she didn't turn. She was straight, and they said it too. I think Nick Fury says like, "Yo, you got these motherfuckers just killing regular human beings now, bro. Like you
They thought
started
they
a
were
war.
Skrulls.
You
Yeah.
started a fucking war, and it's like I get it, but you forcing Thunderbolt Ross,
But
which doesn't need forcing.
Yeah. Here's why I asked that question. Because the entire time she was a Skrull, we saw the lady come out of the thing, but we also saw everybody else come out of the fucking thing. So when they killed the TV host, okay, he didn't come back yet. What was supposed to trigger me that lady was regular?
True.
You show her on the ground and then cut away.
True. Like, how did she get there so
Afterward?
fast? Yeah.
You cut immediately to the other lady who was defending herself.
Yeah. Which is pretty badass. But yeah. It just felt so forced. Give these people a break. Let's scale it back a bit. Because I mean, I've enjoyed most of the Phase 4 movies. Most of them. And at the very least, I wouldn't say that any of them were trash besides
Yo, can I be honest with Phase 4? Thor Love and Thunder is literally the only one, in my opinion, without a redeeming quality.
Yeah, facts.
There's something I make fun, I talk shit about the Eternals all the time, but I guarantee you that there's something in the Eternals movie that even Lay can fucking find.
Un cocotazo and the speedster.
No, don't say that. Lay has nothing for that.
Yo, not for nothing. That movie I enjoyed. I enjoyed the Eternals.
Me too.
but it had to be one of those what ifs or Elseworld shit that Lady keeps talking about, because it literally did nothing for them. And then they were like, oh well, it was supposed to come out before such and such. All right, cool. It came out after such and such. So what is everything after the shit it was supposed to be coming for?
Yeah.
None of it is mentioned. You literally gave us a movie that you said, wait a minute, poof, magic trick. It no longer exists.
Yeah, because back in the day when we used to get a emergency movie like this, we literally had shit happen right after. Literally, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was an emergency movie. Yep. That shit had to drop before
Infinity War.
Yeah, it had to drop.
So we can explain who the fuck she is.
Exactly. But we have all of this Eternal shit coming on, and we're like, okay, great. You have this new team. Movie wasn't great. It was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing, but it's setting up some shit, and we're still like, are we ever gonna get anything on these guys? Are we gonna scrap it? What is going on with Eros?
And the best time to explain something with the Eternals would have been Thor: Love and Thunder, because they had fucking Eternals there. They had the fucking guys there.
That would have been the perfect time to at least do something like, hey.
Thor: Love and Thunder should have been an Eternals movie.
Picture this. The one thing that the Eternals fucking alluded to, Blade. The only thing that we thought we knew for sure was coming out, now it might not even be coming out.
Gabs is like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Anything associated with that movie is just like excommunicado. Like,
I don't know how David S. Goyer can sit down and shit out a Blade movie, Blade Trinity, for anybody who doesn't know, who's playing the home game. He can sit down and shit out that movie, but no other writer in the world can fucking do a Blade movie.
Yo,
you could bring back Guillermo del Toro.
You could have fucking introduced Blade during Spider-Man. We wouldn't have gave a shit.
Which is what I always thought should have been done through Morbius or something, through some vampires.
You know what would have been the best part or the better play? Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought that would be the time to do it. That's when they would do it, and we got nothing.
I'm with Lad. Let's hit the panic button on Blade and call Wesley Snipes.
I mean, he's still good enough to do it.
And like,
all right, what about this? What about Michael Jai White?
Yeah, let's bring in Spawn.
Blade.
Fuck it. Yo, bring in John Boyega, bro. Make this movie. Make this shit.
I'll take John
Bring
Boyega.
in anybody except for Michael B. Jordan.
Look. To
Anybody
be fair,
but Michael B. Yo, and not for nothing, I watched They Clone Tyrone. John Boyega was amazing in that movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
They Clone Tyrone is very woke, but the correct woke, like systemic racism, woke. It's very Get Out. They have it categorized as mystery horror comedy. It's very Get Out. But I had a good time watching it. Is it a 10 out of 10? No. But it's very interesting to see. And it is I was laughing. Photon is in it too.
Oh, nice.
Homegirl from the Marvels. And she's so ratchet. She's a streetwalker. Yo, she's fucking funny as hell. She's so funny. It's so funny. But again, it's not an amazing movie, but John Boyega. So when I saw John Boyega acting all like, gangster like that, I was like, is that John? That's not John Boyega. I had to look it up. It sure was him. He did a great job. Yo, They Clone Tyrone is like a good 7 out of 10, 7.5 movie. I found it enjoyable. Yo, matter of fact, Ty, did you watch They Clone Tyrone? What'd you think about it? I would love to get your take.
Word. Yo, but
look, and Ty makes a great point. Blade is canonically British. John Boyega makes fucking sense. He had an accent. It makes so much sense. Someone made this movie. That's the one, yo.
You could do Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude, get Idris.
Yo, how many
Ain't
fucking
doing
Marvel
nothing.
movies you want to put this man in?
Yeah, I know,
All
right?
of them.
Yo,
He
not
does it
for-
okay.
Not for nothing.
I'm okay.
Not for nothing.
Yo, let Robert Downey Jr. come in as Lincoln Osiris. Get the blackface going. Make him be Blade.
Let's do it.
He's
Let's
the
do
only
it.
one. Robert Downey Jr. is the only one that can pull off blackface.
I get
Make him
excited
Blade.
about my ribs, man.
Make him Blade. Back then, I was a
We lost,
saucier.
man. We're super fucking lost.
We lost. Back then, I was a saucier in San Antone. Yo, no, that was a joke. I know. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. will ever do that again. What I'm saying is, like, can we get a Blade movie? This is the movie that I've been excited about the most, low key.
You know, not for nothing. I want to see a fucking Doctor Strange movie where y'all talking about he's fighting Dormammu or Mephisto again and all that other shit. I want to see fucking Ghost Rider pop up in that shit. We need a mystical motherfucker because you know who could kill Scarlet Witch? Ghost Rider.
Yo, but
Where the fuck was he at?
Penance there.
But dog,
Where the fuck was he at?
That's what we've been trying to set. We've been trying to do the Midnight Suns forever. And look, Anthony, I agree. Give it to a young British actor, man.
Give it to somebody. Let him do it. We need it.
We can't find a young brother to fucking get this role.
Yo, just to be clear, Mahershala Ali is still attached currently.
He said he's done.
Did he? I
Yeah.
haven't heard that.
I swear to God, he said Ali is done. He literally wrote a tweet saying, I'm done. I saw that shit online, but you know, animated times and all that shit be wild.
Wait, but the Rock said he was done and now he's back and
Yeah, I get that.
if the check clears, I think he'll be back.
Let me see.
All right, as of April,
What you got?
joining the managed to steer the film in a new direction is Emmy-nominated writer Michael Starbury as the new screenwriter. The film, which stars Mahershala Ali in the tutorial role, as well as Maya Goth. Well, yeah. So I think they got a new director. They got a new
Maya Goth
screenwriter.
is in there?
Maya
Come on.
Goth, Aaron Pierre, and Delroy Lindo.
Yo, this is gonna be fucking great. This movie.
Okay.
But
Well,
it says
okay.
it's supposed to be released in November 2023. So I don't think this is new.
Okay,
That's
'cause
as of April.
I saw a tweet saying that he's out.
Well, hold on. You didn't see it. I can prove you're lying right now.
Well, I saw an X.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw an X. It was reported by a fake account. Okay, because I'm always looking out for those things.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, Elon Musk missed an opportunity. Every time you log onto that app, it should just play X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, yo, like back in the day, the
Okay, yeah.
celebrity saying you got mail.
Yeah.
Like they had like a little Cool J saying you got mail when you got on AOL. As soon as you bin in it, and that's it. It's just that. So Taquan said that he watched They Clone Tyrone, dope film. It was humorous, politically charged or changed.
Charged. He
that's
fixed
even
it in
charged. And I was able to connect to the characters due to that sort of familiarity. To me, Cab's either a 7.5 or a low B. Yeah. Yo, no offense. I don't mean to be this person, yo, but Ty, every time they had a commercial of the fried chicken and you just see people dancing, that shit had me in tears. The funniest part of that fucking movie was the products and how they would advertise them. That shit was crazy, Bub. Good flick, man. I enjoyed watching that movie.
This is my one for the last couple of months here. My one joke. So, Ty, if you had that kind of familiarity and you liked it, then this is gonna be my movie of the year.
Oh yeah, he did say charge. My bad. I didn't even see that, Ty. Anthony says, honestly, I think the Night Stalkers are not going to be attached at all to the Midnight Suns of the MCU. I think they're going to be their own separate team. I mean, sure.
Yo, we could put everybody in the Midnight. Come on, the Midnight Suns, Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night,
Yeah.
Blade, Ghost Rider.
We don't have to
would
have the
put
team.
Daredevil,
We don't have to have the team exactly. Bring in some. Yeah, bro, you could even throw Ghost in the Midnight Suns. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
We
just
need
make it good.
we need a Blade movie. Toe was gonna say something about a last.
Yeah, I think he went to go get a drink or something.
Okay, because he was gonna say something about Blade. Let me see. Mahershala is still, because yeah, bro, I heard a few people say that. Okay, despite rumors that Mahershala Ali would depart, the actor is still on board. He's definitely pissed though.
Yeah,
He's
I would be
upset.
too.
Yeah, but that was from October.
Yeah, he's definitely pissed.
No, I've seen things from May that says the same shit.
Yeah, he's definitely mad. But fuck. Yeah, I'm
Yo.
so glad that's fake. Oh my god, I'm so glad that's fake.
Yo, so with Secret Invasion just ending and the Marvels coming out later on this year, what do you foresee is the state of MCU?
So the fate of the MCU, the way and I'm sorry to keep jumping in like this.
No, please, man.
It's all good, bro. It's all you.
The state of the MCU, I think, is going to be, if not already pushed, they have opened that little plastic thing that's above the panic button.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think that no matter how good the movie is, I think it's going to be another flop. It's going to be another L for Disney.
What movie?
The Marvels.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
it could be a perfect movie. And yeah,
if I look up the budget, I guarantee you this movie is going to have to make $500 million to $600 million just to turn a profit or just to break even.
Yeah.
That's something that's not going to happen. And I tell you why it's not going to happen, because Wakanda Forever and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 were two of the best movies that Marvel has put out in recent years, and none of them have made that much money.
Yeah.
None of them has made that much. The gross, the net gross combined between the two of them is maybe 700 to 800 million worldwide.
Damn.
And the Marvels are probably going to have to get close to that to become profitable.
Yeah, and the thing is, this movie's already going in with
$250 million.
Yeah, so
The
with
budget's
the
$250 million.
with the production budget, that's already close to 300 mil. So just to break even, you'd have to make around 300 mil or some shit like the math.
Yeah,
I gotta look it up because the math.
Wakanda Forever made 394 million stateside and an additional 340 million overseas for a total of 733. And that is, and we know Black Panther brings out a lot of other people that might not necessarily be MCU fans. This is, it's a tribute. It was a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. So it was a lot more than a Marvel movie. And I completely agree with that. It also brought us a different side of it brought us new fans with Tanach and what he brought to the table. So then if we look at so far, how much money did Guardians of the Galaxy 3 make? They are currently
around 350 something.
They're saying at 358. Yeah. Domestic box office. It's tough, bro.
So the budget, how much did you say the budget was for
I meant people who
Marvel?
aren't comic book
250.
enthusiasts. Okay.
250?
Yeah.
So
That's what I meant.
Indiana Jones had a production budget of 294.7 million, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And with other expenses, with the reshoots and with the promotional budget and all that shit, in order for Indiana Jones to be successful, it has to make $600 million.
Jeez.
Did they make anything close to
They
that?
should have scrapped that shit when they thought about it.
It's sitting at
Yeah.
maybe 150 right now.
They gotta make fucking $600 million. They couldn't make $600.
So if So if we look at the Marvels, which is just only a 30-something million shy from that budget, 30 to 40 million shy of that budget, it's gonna have to make around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Which, in today's
Anthony
climate, I don't think it's gonna happen because it's already got things that are
going against it. Yeah.
going against the writer strike, so you can't promote
That's
it.
which is what Anthony was just talking about now. Yeah. And
It's
Brie
got
Larson.
It's got 3 women lead.
Iman
So the right's
Vellani.
not gonna fucking. This is gonna be woke propaganda, even though it probably won't be.
Secret
Brie Larson, as you
Invasion.
said, like,
The law of Secret Invasion. Yeah, this movie is it's facing a lot. Anything short of perfection is gonna.
They're talking about maybe pushing it back again.
Yeah,
to the end of the writer's strike, so that they can promote it. You push this movie back any further, and comic book fans are going to be like, "Well, who gives a shit? We've already moved on."
Which movie is this?
The Marvels.
The Marvels.
Yeah,
but you know what the crazy shit is though. The Marvels movie is made. I'm pretty sure like Miss Marvel and all of them are trying to be catered to women, so women can come out and watch women heroes. It still needs to be catered to us because if anything, Barbie showed us these women don't give a shit about nothing other than what they grew up with. They ain't gonna come out and support the Marvels, but they're gonna go support Barbie. Who's gonna support the MCU Marvels? We are.
I'm gonna say it like this. Bill Barr has a fucking fantastic joke about
the WNBA.
How women failed the WNBA.
Yeah.
Because it's not our job to watch the NWA. It's for women. But to that point, the WNBA being for women, it still has to be good basketball if men are gonna watch at all.
Yeah,
it's the same with the Marvels. Yeah, gear it towards women. Go ahead, just show. They give them something to fucking root for and go watch, and I don't give a shit. But it still has to be good if you also want me to show up.
Yeah,
because that's the one complaint I heard about the Barbie movie from reputable sources that I trust in reviewing shit, not just white guys screaming, "There's a fucking woman in it!" Like that's every single person that I saw who reviewed it said 2 things. One, the production design, the acting, the movie was actually well done, but the messaging was a little too heavy-handed for us.
Okay, what was the messaging behind Barbie? That you don't need men to do anything?
Was literally like a takedown of the patriarch, and they said that every single review was like, "This movie's good," but they beat that horse until it was dead, then they revived it, killed it again, and then just continued to beat that dead horse.
So isn't that what Barbie kind of has always been about? Like even before women could vote, Barbie was wearing like construction outfits and being a police officer. Like Barbie's message was literally, "You can do whatever you want, homegirl."
Yeah, but there is a way to do it in a way that your message doesn't overstay its welcome.
Which is kind of what happened with She-Hulk.
Yeah, and I think, and again, it's guys that I'm watching. I haven't seen a woman actually review Barbie yet. There's just the circle of reviewers that I watch. It just hasn't come up yet. I don't know why. Maybe I gotta dig outside, but all the guys were like, "Movie's great. I get it though. You're mad at men. Like we got."
To be fair, in my opinion, that's always been Barbie though. Like we don't need a guy. I could be a doctor. I could be an astronaut. I could be a police officer. But whatever. I haven't watched the movie. Ty and Anthony, we do agree with the writer strike pushing everything back. I think Anthony wants you to look into his last comment about the TV shows. But Ty, what Turtles you saw today? The new one?
Yeah, I think that just came out today. No,
that came out tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow. No.
Yeah, but certain theaters they put it out early. Like I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Ty, that's good praise. Oh, I want to watch that movie so bad.
You know what's funny? I wasn't really sold on it.
I was from the beginning with the art, the music, and it's Seth Rogen. Like Seth Rogen helped production on The Boys and Invincible. He gets it. My man smoked weed and gets it.
You know what's funny? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, his team helped on The Boys, the Invincible cartoon. Yeah, no, like his team gets it. And I love that a lot of people were like, oh, look at the Turtles talking about Cap. Like, yeah, that's what teenagers in 2023 would say. Like, what are we angry about? I want to watch.
That's not my teenager.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually teenagers. And that's big praise from Ty. That's big praise.
Now, sadly, I won't go see it because April O'Neil is not a skinny white girl. I can't do it.
Yeah, sorry, we're done here. I actually heard
she didn't want to call it the ooze.
I heard she steals the show.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Because
let's not ask Saquon. He's biased.
Of course she steals the show because April O'Neil, if written correctly, can be whatever the fuck you want her to be. She's a goddamn fictional character, not based on anybody real.
I wanna take my son to see it, so it might have to be this weekend for us. Ask Cube as Superfly was good as a villain. Yes.
To Anthony's point, yeah, the shows. Some of the shows are getting pushed back, but they do have shit that's already filmed and edited that'll be coming out.
Yeah,
and they
going to be dropped.
But they can't do reshoots during a writer's strike, right?
Correct.
I'm asking. Yeah,
no,
they can't.
Well, they can't do reshoots because reshoots would specify rewriting shit and.
You know what's crazy? Like
Deadpool actually had to stop because Ryan Reynolds couldn't fucking riff off the cuff. He couldn't improv.
Cabs, this is where I can't stand a certain part of the comic book fandom or comic book fans in general, that they have people that are sexist pigs. Yeah, 100%. Like, bro, these are fictional characters. Let them be whatever they want. Let them be stylized in the way that they want. Like, it's fine. Like, unless, yes, you cannot turn T'Challa white. You cannot turn Magneto black. Yes. There's certain things that you can't do because of where these people come from. But if there's no like ties to them, like where they're from, who they are, if they're just a person. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, her last name is O'Neal. I mean, so is Shaq's last name is O'Neal.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's stupid. It's so stupid, bro. Just let them be. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, oh my God. But
this is what I was saying earlier. There's no fucking adults anymore.
Yeah.
But like, come on.
It's the stupidest nitpicks of it. They want to just argue over something.
Yo, if you want to argue about changing April O'Neil, until proven otherwise, and I haven't seen any evidence, and if you got it, let me know and I'll check it out. But Megan Fox is a shitty actress. Why the fuck was she April O'Neil?
Right?
Why? Just because she has big tits? Like who?
And
April O'Neil is.
And if you're worried about skin color, let's worry about hair color because April O'Neil got red hair too.
What happened?
You fucked everything up.
I mean, Magneto kind of has to be Jewish, no?
Yeah. So Magneto definitely has to be Jewish because the whole allegory of him being in the concentration camp in World War II and seeing how humanity treats others.
Yeah.
Even if you're not mutant, if they just think you're different from them, so therefore you're an other and therefore horrendous thing that has to happen to you, shapes his viewpoint as to why he's so about where the brotherhoods, we're going to take over because I'm not going to let you do to my people what you already did to my people once. That's a very poignant thing in his backstory.
But I do like where you're taking that, the Tutsi genocide. I actually just learned about that not too long ago. That shit was a disaster. Yeah. But back to the topic at hand. Sorry, let's not get too far away. I do want to watch some Turtles. Yo, wait, okay, sorry. Because Led posted something in the comic book chat today about like how Rotten Tomatoes critic scores had reviewed the Turtles, and it was disrespectful. Turtles 1 and 2, maybe they didn't age well. Maybe.
Don't put that one up there.
Yeah, please don't.
Maybe.
What?
Don't put up the last.
Yeah, Taz Wallen. Maybe 1 and 2 didn't age well. I think those movies are great, especially 1. Especially 1. 3, I hear you. But TMNT 2007, stop. They had that shit at like a 40% critic rating.
Hold on, is that the animated one with what's his name is Casey Jones?
Yes.
Captain America's Casey Jones. That was amazing.
TMNT 2077. What are we talking about? 36 critic score? Get the fuck out of here. That's absurd. Absurd. And we actually had like a little like Ronin-ish thing there when Raph kind of went like solo.
Yeah.
The movie was great. What are we talking about?
Jeez.
Yo, this is why I use Cinema Score and not Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I don't use critic scores.
Yo,
Show me the user scores.
Do you know?
Even though they review bomb, even though you're right, they do review bomb.
Do you know?
I use my scores.
They actually do for Rotten Tomatoes because it's a binary score, either rotten or fresh. If you actually dig into the actual numbers of what the critics actually said, when you break it down to like when they give it a 7 out of 10 or whatever, I guarantee you all those percentages will be higher.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Because a binary has to be, if you say fresh is at a 7 and you give it a 6.5, well, a 6.5 still means you liked it.
Yeah.
But it in a fresh, not fresh rating, you have to give it a not fresh then.
Yeah, that's why I like to if I do read reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, excuse me, what I like to do is look at the people with seals on their names, like, yo, this is a good reviewer. You know, this is someone you can trust. And I would read theirs. But at the end of the day, I'll go watch it. I'll make my own feelings on it. I've seen shit that's rated low as hell. Like, you know, everyone was talking mad shit about Twisted Metal, and Twisted Metal was actually like fun.
Twisted Metal was a good series, man.
You know what it is? Twisted Metal it knew exactly what it was gonna be from the beginning. Goofy.
Yeah.
Now, the trailers that it let out were absolute dog shit. Yo, I like Quiet.
That's my girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I like Quiet, bro. She's hilarious, and I thought it was fun.
Anthony Mackie getting the show out, like,
Anthony Mackie's having a good time. You know, I like the what episode you guys got up to?
5.
Okay,
so we're up to 6. We just finished 5.
We got up to when she went to go kill the cop.
Okay.
And he came in at the last minute, John Doe, and saved her.
Oh, but
and then it faded to black.
That he used his rocket to save her.
Like, I have one of those.
By the way, the convoy is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. They're just constantly on the road. That shit is dope.
Yo, I have a new love. I fell in love. I forgot her name, but the botanist.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna go propose right now.
Yeah. She's cool as shit.
Yo,
holy shit, was she terrifying, sexy, funny,
everything together.
Yo, my god.
Have you ever seen a negotiation go like, you get, give me 3, you get none, give me 1, give me 20.
Yeah.
What? Give me 20.
That show was not serious from the beginning, and it's working. It's pretty ballsy because, first of all, there is like no car combat. Thing. It's barely any. So it's a little bit, and then at the end, there's a nice scene. I won't spoil, but they're essentially setting up for a season 2, which they just got cleared for. They say, "Yo, you're good. Do it." And season 2 is gonna be the tournament. So, and that's not a spoiler. That's out there. So I don't want to. But season 2,
I want to let everybody know. I want to let anybody know if you're thinking, oh, I could skip Twisted Metal, you're wrong. Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth has to be seen by everyone.
It does.
Because as I was telling these guys before we started, he is physically acting out Sweet Tooth while somebody else is voicing the character, and he is pitch fucking perfect.
It's really funny. It's so good. And I just think it's a goofy movie. I actually like the episodes of like the flashbacks, so we get like people's like stories and shit. I've been watched, and I was like, I'm gonna watch 5 episodes and go to sleep. Nah. It's just I just legit went through all of it. It's really funny. Is it an amazing show? No, but it knows exactly what it's doing. Anthony, I'm gonna get to your question right now. Can I ask you guys a question? do we think this was one of those situations where someone came in like, okay, I got this like idea, Mad Max kind of post-apocalyptic, where we have these delivery men who do these things, and there's like car combat. It's all about the cars. And someone said, that's great, but it would be cool if we made it Twisted Metal. I'm kind of getting those vibes from this.
No, I think
You think
I
they
it's the opposite.
legit set
No,
up to be? You
I
think
thi-
they
I
legit
thi-
made it Twisted Metal?
I think what happened was someone watched this podcast and heard us beg and plead for someone to be in a room and go, how can we make this work? And they said, yo, let's make a Twisted Metal TV show. All right, cool. But wait a minute. Before we just start recording shit, let's get in a room and let's think about how we can make this work. Like the guys on the Knucklehead Network say. You know what I'm saying? Because they have good ideas. Let's see if we can think some shit up. So how would we make this shit work? Because we can't just have cars running around killing everybody. We need a purpose for it.
That's just
Let's
Death
do this.
Race. That's just Death Race.
Yeah, let's just do this, and this, and then we'll show the cars. Beautiful.
So Ty, Twisted Metal Black is probably my favorite for the PS2.
Yeah.
The Twisted Metal games are fantastic. They're amazing. Obviously, they're old. Some of them are on the PS1. Some of them are on the PS2. There's some mobile ones. This, it looks like they're following Twisted Metal Black and Twisted Metal Lost for this one.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Bloody Mary in Twisted Metal Black, I think she drives the car of Spectre. In Twisted Metal 1 and 2, my favorite character was Spectre. He was the ghost who drives a white car with the homing missile, who he wants to win the tournament so Calypso can make him whole again. But then in Twisted Metal Black or Lost, she starts to drive it. So I think they're going to go with that. At the end of the show, they do show some pictures. I don't want to spoil it for these guys. But you guys already seen Twister, which is the girl who was with the botanist girl.
The mechanic.
The mechanic. That's Twister. I think you guys probably haven't seen let me not say that. There's another character that they have. They have a few characters that they're building up for it. Obviously. So there was a John Doe in Twisted Metal Black, and he drove Roadkill. That car. Twisted Metal's legit. It's funny because when I got to Twisted Metal Black, I changed my character and I went with Outlaw, which is Agent Stone. Outlaw is so good in fucking Twisted Metal Black. It's insane. Twisted Metal Black for the PS2 is a masterpiece.
Which one is the one that takes place in Sweet Tooth's head?
2, I believe. 2. Sweet Tooth's and Ty, keep me honest about that. Which one is in Sweet Tooth's head?
Real quick, Leon, it's like if you played Mario Kart, where you could battle each other with the balloons.
It's car combat. Yes, car combat.
It's like that, but way better.
Yeah, it's car combat.
But adult.
It's definitely more.
And
it's more gruesome.
Dark. Look, all I'm going to say is one of the games, Sweet Tooth, his motive for winning the tournament is so that he is allowed to kill his daughter. Sweet Tooth is dark in these games, okay? It's really bad. We could talk about Twisted Metal a little later. I want to get to this Anthony question here. Cabs, if Marvel is able to get full rights for Namor, would you rather it be a movie or a TV show? Let's give the TV shows a break now because we're just pumping out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at this point. And we don't have enough seasons to get good or bad.
Yeah.
Let's focus on some movies.
And if Namor is going to be a mainstay, he needs a movie.
He needs a movie. Yeah, you can't put Namor on the show.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least.
So after we introduce this man right here, my man is in the building.
So punctual. So punctual.
Word. He said he's going to be here at 10:30. He got here at 10:29.
Put that shirt again. Let me see the shirt again. Put the shirt. That is a great shirt. Be nice to be my lady. You need it, bro. You haven't gotten sleep. You need it, brother.
That's legit, but completely worth it.
Afro Latino appears.
But but after the Marvels, everything's on hold, right?
So far, yeah.
Without integrating them being on hold, how do you see after the Marvels the MCU happening? Because it's almost like Deadpool right now is do or die.
Yo,
There's a lot riding on Deadpool.
yo, you guys ever hear that movie Lemony Snicket and the list of unfortunate events or some shit like that?
Did you just say that? Did you just say the N word?
Nigga?
Lemony Snicket?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, let me see it.
I'm hearing stuff.
The one that Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
yeah.
I got Ty on the mind.
Yeah, you're hearing the wrong shit. It's a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Right? That's the rest
Jim
of the
Carrey
title.
starred in it.
That is how I see the MCU going forward. It's just a series of unfortunate events.
Shit.
Because here's now where I'm scared. If we can't do consistently 6-episode series with consistent timing in each episode, consistent writing and story throughout the fucking series, how are we gonna do 18 of these motherfucking Daredevil shows?
Daredevil shows to be a different beast. Daredevil seems to be a different, but Daredevil has a reputation right now. You can't. If you fuck up Daredevil with that reputation,
I think
you're dead.
That's the dagger. You mess up Daredevil, it's the dagger.
Wait a minute. No. Cabs, this is directed to you because you would know. How many games have you known that were fucking bangers in Japan, got a port in America? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Daredevil was a banger on Netflix. It's about to get a Disney Plus port. With the way Disney Plus is running and Bob Iger and all his bullshit and the writer strike, and who knows how long that's going to take to get back and what condition they're going to be in when they do get back. We really putting trust in this shit being top quality?
You know what's the panic button then? The panic button is the Russo brothers. That's the panic button. The Russos. Give them whatever they want.
Now, did you see their show that they put on Amazon?
Which one? No.
The one with the dude who played Icarus and Priyanka Chopra?
No, I didn't. What's up with that?
Yeah, we stopped watching that shit.
Oh.
I thought it ended.
No, dude, we stopped watching after like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Lester was like, "Yo, that ending was very anticlimactic." It's like, no, we just stopped watching.
Ty?
Yeah, I was like,
Ty, Final Fantasy 13. There was stuff to like there, okay? We weren't ready for it yet. But there's stuff to like there.
No, but all right, going back to them. What, like, do you think that the writer strike and everything can actually make MCU stronger? Because my opinion, this is what I'm seeing based off of what
take a break.
Yeah, no, but this is what I'm seeing based off of what Cap was saying and all the problems that we have. It's pie in the sky theory of what's gonna happen during the writer strike.
Sure.
A lot of these writers are probably gonna side negotiate, fire these fucking people. Because now it's not about money. Now it's not about this. It's you motherfuckers are making unrealistic demands on us. I'm not working with him. Because now we're at the table, everyone's talking.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
because not for nothing, if you want to incentivize me to write better by not paying me, and now I'm on strike and we in negotiations, I'm not working with this nigga. We at the table. We already stopped your production.
Yeah.
We already stopped your production. That's crazy.
So just so we're clear, who are you talking about? Bob Iger or Kevin Feige?
Whoever the fuck ever is fucking with them. Because I see it almost like the players on some, the Clippers need to sell their team. You know what I'm saying? Or Kevin Durant fired fucking John Stockton or Steve Nash. Yeah, fire him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I see. I see the MCU going, yo, these shows suck. And why is it? This chick, for some reason, is forcing the graphics department to do shit 82 hours a week. or 82 hours a day nonstop. They're not feeding the kids. This guy is like, well, I'm not gonna pay you unless you write something good. Like, when did we turn into communism?
So basically, you're saying take this opportunity to clean house.
Yeah, because not for nothing. I mean, if you was renegotiating your terms of service with your boss, you would be like, I want more money and replace that fucking coffee maker. The shit makes stupid coffee.
This is exactly what's going on in the NFL with running backs.
Yeah.
This is where it's like running backs want to get paid, but the NFL's like, yo, you guys, the days of you being a 3-down back and only needing one running back on the team is long gone. You guys maybe give us 2-3 years max, and then another 2-3 years of shit. Why would we pay y'all? I don't know. Cleaning house could be scary because if you clean house, you're scrapping projects as well.
Yeah, it's also a risk, especially if they're coming back from nothing right now.
Yeah, the proposal for running backs is letting them come into the league younger so they can last longer. You know, like they get drafted way younger than everybody else because, like Cap said it perfectly, there's just short life expectancy with them, period. You know what I mean? And I think it could be in a sense with the writers the same thing, because I read an article that was really disrespectful. They said writers are a dime a dozen. I was like, no, shitty writers are a dime a dozen. Good writers are rare. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this article is from somebody that's they're in the know with the executives. You know what I mean? With the people that are calling the shots. It's like, oh, I can always get another writer. Yeah, you can. Doesn't mean the writer's going to be good. You know what I mean? Same thing with running back. Running backs are a dime a dozen, but are the good ones.
Yeah, they're not going to get you no yards.
There's shitload of running backs at this period all over the world. But on your one hand, you can count all the good running backs in the league. On one hand. You know what I'm saying?
If that.
Yeah, I'm saying. And I'm talking about you might be missing fingers or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if that.
That's what I'm saying. The same thing with a good writer. Same deal. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how you got that mirror images of like, yeah, writers are a dime a dozen. Yeah. Have you seen a shitty writer?
Yeah.
Because them motherfuckers is everywhere. Yeah.
To that point, what Anthony was bringing up is the replacement, the possible replacement with AI. AI is going to be able to generate words on the page that an actor can then speak. But just because it could do that doesn't mean it can replace the writer.
It doesn't. First of all, it doesn't mean it'll be extremely coherent. It won't sound natural. It won't sound like a natural speech. It'll sound exactly what an AI is gonna do.
You still need someone to clean up. You still need someone to clean up the AI.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah, yes. You need someone to clean it up for sure.
Because at the end of the day, a script is dialogue between two human beings. It has to sound like two human beings talking to each other.
Yeah, AI can't create emotion.
Yeah,
and speaking of Secret Invasion and Rhodey in the original Iron Man, before we had Don Cheadle as Rhodey, he legit says, he's like, yo, AI and robots could fly a plane, sure, but you need a human to make those nasty decisions because this AI is all numbers. They can't calculate feelings. They can't calculate emotions because a writer, kind of like a music producer, not only helps you write the shit, but tells you how to pronunciate it, recite it. You know what I'm saying?
You need to give parameters to AI to get what you want.
And to have AI write an emotional, striking, compelling script, you need to make it do such unique prompts and commands that shit might not come out good at all. But at the end of the day, it is a legitimate fear. AI is not something to scoff away. It is an issue, but we need good writers.
Also, some of the most famous lines in the world came off the top of the dome.
Absolutely.
There, yeah.
I mean, if you look at 90% of Jim Carrey's,
I was just gonna say Jim Carrey.
Great minds. Jim Carrey Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers. It's Vince Vaughn just because he's a machine. You know what I mean? It's like it hits him like in that movie with Jennifer Aniston when he's talking about
The breakup?
My sister's been through a lot, and he goes, of dick.
AI could never do that.
That pause, I love that. He paused, he goes, of dick. Just
AI can never do that. It's
No,
funny because
absolutely.
and Anthony, yo, bro, your love for Crazy Taxi right now is hyping me up.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you would do a Crazy Taxi show,
I
but
would love
maybe
it.
watch that Queen Latifah movie.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the
Minus-
closest
minus-
thing.
Hey, no, that is Crazy Taxi.
Mine is Jimmy Fallon. Mine is,
Yeah.
keep it good. Keep it good. But
So my brother's been a barber my brother's been cutting hair since he was 14 years old. Like, my brother was in a barbershop full of grown men cutting other grown men and bringing money to our house, like helping my parents out. And I don't care how good a robot can get at cutting hair, I will never let a robot cut my hair.
No.
There's some things that need a human touch.
Facts.
And when we're talking about writing, AI is never going to give you emotion. It's going to give you numbers. It's going to give you logic, but it can never give you emotion.
you know what else?
If we're talking about AI, can you imagine AI in terms of voice acting for a video game? Because like voice acting for a video game is wild because most of the time you're in a room by your fucking self, whether it's a video game or a cartoon. Like AI is not going to tell you how to fucking deliver this line. You got to get that shit on your own. And when you can't hit it, the writers and producers are going to be right there. It's like, okay, when I wrote this, I kind of meant like this. You're not going to ask AI to tell you how to deliver a line.
Also, can AI even do rewrites? Like, it's once it puts it out, that's it. You're kind of
like, can it go back?
Yeah, I don't think that's been a thing.
You would have to specifically change what you want and then it'll rewrite it.
So yeah, so
Ty,
Roger,
why am
so
I
it's
getting
like-
all these strays today? Nothing but strays from Ty. It's true. I don't need no automated assistance. I do not.
Yo, Taquan fucking switched up today. I've got no shit. I like this.
No, you know what? You know
Yo,
what?
Cap, from now on,
You
gotta
wasn't
come
here
back
last
to me.
week and you let me and you
That's
let
what
me
I'm
and
here
Cap
for.
fight.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
All right, so going back to what I was originally saying, do you think that this strike can turn out to be beneficial for the MCU?
I think it could be both good and bad because if we do clean house, we might lose out on some cool projects. And the thing about Marvel and the way it operates is that it's so contingent on these connective stories and on things releasing at certain times and branching off to other things that if we lose writers and we lose certain projects, it could be bad. But if we also keep these lame ass writers who, and again, I support the writer's strike. You guys get your money. But within that whole ordeal, there might be some writers that don't deserve it. So that could be good to clean house, but it could also lead to some fucked up situations if we have to cut out on certain projects, or maybe we have to cut out on manpower to create things. So it can be good, but it could also lead us to more shit.
Yeah,
to be honest, I don't know how to answer. It's interesting to think about because you're right. Nothing works better than a clean house, right?
Yeah.
Cleaning a house, rearranging the furniture, purging and throwing shit out. It works. But then you might have thrown out your favorite little trinket from when you was a kid, and you're like, "Fuck, where is that thing?"
Yeah.
So I you know me, I always try to see the positives. And if we could just, first of all, when it comes to MCU and Disney, these motherfuckers need a break. It's clear. Motherfuckers need a break. Like, yo, man, give these guys a week paid, 2 week, maybe give them a month off vacation paid. They need some R&R.
Yeah, as well the fucking visual effects teams.
Oh,
yeah. No. Yeah, everybody needs a break, bro.
They've been putting out some bangers for a long time. Right?
Maybe even Feige.
Maybe
even Feige. Feige could maybe go cleanse themselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Feige needs to touch some grass, bro.
Yeah,
because that man he's been going in for the last 15, 16 years.
They need a good
shoes and do the feet balls like in Die Hard. on the
They need
cartoon.
a retreat. They need a retreat, bro. They need to go to Arizona on a vision quest. Something. Because, like,
Well, I think it's when I feel like no clean house, but trim the fat. You know what I mean?
Or that. Yes,
trim the fat.
yes.
Like, all right, look, perfect example, right? In a lot of these shows, they've had like 4 to 5 different directors, right? I feel if I make 2 good episodes, why not just roll with me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, who was it? Filoni on The Mandalorian. He realized he does good episodes. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do a little bit more than usual. I get it. I completely understand where you're coming from. Your shows are bangers. I'll keep doing it. Like, if the writing and the directing work, that team works. Don't get cute. I understand if you want to experiment, do it on that episode that we all know is the filler episode. We know which one we're talking about. We've seen the filler episode, and you're like, oh, this is what this episode is. The moment it starts, we all go, it's the filler. Got it. This is what it is today. Get creative get cute on one episode. Like, we all talking about getting cute. Get cute on one episode and see how it goes. You know what I mean? Feel it out. Then after that, go back to your original formula. Then next season, you can get cute again. Maybe on 2 episodes. But that's the problem, is you get cute every other episode. Now you have a filler, good episode, and another filler. But like, yo, I didn't need the other filler. We just saw a filler. You gave me a filler. You gave me a bang, and now you gave me a filler. I don't put that team back where you had it. That's the same thing with the directors. The Russo brothers want to do something else. I got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't give me somebody that has done Shakespeare for their whole life, and all of a sudden they got to do Shang-Chi. I'm going to go, what? No. Pump the brakes. At least give me a dude that's done 2 Kung Fu movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
something
I want
where
the guy that's been in this genre, or the lady, or whatever pronoun makes you happy back there. I want that person to have a general understanding. I don't care if it's sci-fi, but just be in that general vicinity.
We need more. We need more fight scenes and more set pieces like
Exactly.
Shang-Chi.
I completely agree. I'm saying, look, you get a guy that's done the Fast and the Furious stunt, right? And if he does something like a car chase scene in let's say in a Captain America movie, it fits.
Yeah,
that's action. You get it. Highway scene, perfect. Now, if you have a fight scene, and this dude for all of his time has done movies like The Notebook, I'm gonna go, of course he's gonna be lost.
Yeah,
he has no business in this set. You know what I'm saying?
Which is exactly what happened with She-Hulk. Exactly. Motherfuckers had no idea how to write a lawyer show.
That's what I'm telling you. You get 2 dudes, a woman or a man or whatever, that's done Law and Order episodes, and that has done the script for Jack McCoy or whatever lawyer. You bring them in, even some people from the Daredevil show. Boom.
I would have taken some of the people who designed the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. I would have taken some of that. But those games are incredible. Put them motherfuckers in. Like, yeah, it's just
give me the
weird.
Give me the guy from My Cousin Vinny. I don't care.
Yo, you know what I heard about that? I legit read this. I've read that they actually show that movie in law school, because it's actually like, I think it was Cap that said this. I'm not sure. One of you guys might have said it. It's like actually a decent representation of an old school courtroom, and they actually like show it in law school.
No joke. They showed us that in our law society class.
Yeah, they did.
That's what it was. That it's legit. It's
yeah, they do that shit, which is so cool.
Yeah. It's like
so cool.
It's like Heat. They show Heat to the Marines. The bank robbery scene. They show it like how to cover each other. When Val Kilmer and Robert De Niro were doing it, how they were covering each other and reloading, they show it to Marines like this is the best way to do it, which is insane. That is.
I'm glad they showed that movie and not Full Metal Jacket.
Oh no, that's different. No, you don't do it. It's funny because for some reason, Full Metal Jacket, like we said before, after the Gomer Pyle thing, a lot of people forget that there's more movie left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was telling my boy, I go, I'll stop watching after that. There's a whole other movie after that.
Literally
so much more.
That whole beginning is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes.
I've said it here before. In Florida, whenever they showed Full Metal Jacket, the credits would roll after Gomer Pyle. We never saw the rest of it.
Yeah. That's so common. Which is funny because literally 5 seconds after Gomer Pyle, you get one of the most important, iconic lines of movie history. Me so horny, baby. We
Yeah,
love you long time. Literally after Gomer Pyle, that's the first bit of dialogue that you hear.
I'm not gonna lie. I never knew that was from that movie. I only thought it was from that song.
Yeah,
Same. Because I feel like it's created a Mandela effect of just like
facts.
that's where that movie ends.
Perfect.
Like,
Yeah.
it's-
And you know what? It's actually a decent movie after all of that.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
I mean, you know, because that's the thing is when you stack a movie at the very beginning so hard. I didn't know they stack shit that high. I was like, damn, this dude. But it's always great that he actually was Drill Sergeant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
know,
but then that goes and you go.
he was
the beginning of that movie.
He was put there. He was put there to be a liaison, like to give the guy advice on how to do it. And the guy was fucking up so much that he said, "Fuck it, I was gonna show you." And he did it. And the director was like, "No, let's just get this fucking guy to do it."
Yeah.
I remember they did that with him, with Han Solo, and the guy that played Darth Maul. They were like, "Yo, listen, you're the stand-in," and they were like, "Yo, what the fuck are we doing? Just put him in the movie. He's killing the lines already." Clearly, the guy who was Ray Parker wasn't killing the lines; he was killing the action. You know, like, yo, just have that guy do it. What the fuck are we doing here, guys? See, but that's what I'm saying is, if it's working, don't get cute. I don't know. Look at
what Anthony said. Look at what Anthony said.
I don't know who Len is.
But the thing
it's
is, the
Len,
thing is
not
when
Len.
I don't know who Len is, but
but the thing is, if you're gonna get someone to direct a movie, whether it be any fucking movie, they have to know what this movie's about.
Yeah.
You can't have someone direct a comic book movie and not know the characters. You can't have someone direct a lawyer show and not know law. You know, like, you have to know what the fuck is going on. And this is why I keep saying, go in a room and discuss with them exactly what you want to happen. Don't just say action and everybody standing there going, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Perfect. Yeah. Episode 1.
I've always said, I do sales. Sales is intense. And sales would, like, kick your ass more often than not. But, when you get paid well at the end of it all, it's like, I work for the whole month to get commission at the end of the month. And then when a new month starts, I'm back at zero. I got to do it all over again. And I've always said, if you pay me correctly, I'll eat all the shit you want me to eat. So maybe give these guys a break, maybe throw them a bone or two, and let's meet somewhere in the middle. Because clearly they're being overworked, and this goes beyond Marvel. This goes to everything. Like, there is crunch in movies. There's crunch in video games where, like, you got a week before something's supposed to happen, and you're fucking torturing these people to make the job happen. And then I heard the benefits suck. Royalty checks apparently aren't great. But, I mean, I don't think royalty checks need to be that great if you got paid originally. Obviously, we need to come to a common ground and let's get back to liking to make movies.
Yeah,
I feel like we lost that art of liking to make shit. Let's go back to making art.
You know what the crazy shit is? We're talking about Marvel, but things could be way worse. We could be talking about DC.
Which
the DC writers should have went on strike 10 years ago.
Yo, look at what Anthony said. Anthony makes a great point. He's like, yo, DC is gonna be fucked with this because James Gunn gotta start all over with this shit.
No.
But at least he gets to start all over. Marvel, unless they took the advantage of blowing shit up in this in Secret Invasion, they can't start all over.
Yeah,
they're swimming in shit.
They need to get to that incursion ASAP.
Yeah, they're swimming in shit.
So, I'm answer Anthony. So listen, Harry Potter and Thor: The Dark World are two vastly. I get what you're going for in the genre department, but Harry Potter and Thor have nothing in common. I'm sorry. First and foremost, Harry Potter is a very character-driven thing, and what he did with Thor was he got away from the thing he's good at. I guess I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he took a character that as a villain that could have been so much more, and he pretty much dumbed him down to just one-dimensional character. I know for a fact that Cap knows what I'm talking about with the Dark Elf. As a character, he can go so many ways, and he has so much history with Asgard, with Odin, with Thor, with even Loki. You know what I'm saying? Even with Hela, if you really do the reading. So You know, that's what I'm saying is please be in that genre. You know what I'm saying? Please just at least hover around it. You know what I mean? Like if I want to do a new John Wick movie, that dude who did the Raid, he's in there somewhere. He's gonna He's gonna direct it.
I'm sending an email at the very least, like, yo, what do you think about this?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll do this. And what they did for John Wick 2 or 3, they took some of the guys from the Raid and put them in the movie. Why? Because it make it. You see how it parallels each other.
You wouldn't get the guy who directed 50 First Dates?
No. If I want to do 50 First Dates, he's gonna do some shit like Ant-Man at the beginning of it. Like you know half of Ant-Man.
By the way, the Raid 2 is so good.
Oh yeah, it's great.
The Raid 2 is incredible.
That kitchen fight scene with him and Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Woo!
Yeah. I don't think you can top that.
No.
That shit was nuts.
My favorite thing about that thing is
like, that should be all one shot, bro. These guys don't cut. They don't cut. That's absurd.
I mean, if they do cut, they hide it very well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's what I'm saying. That guy should never do a love story unless the love story is involved in that kind of world and it's part of the thing. You know what I mean?
I hear based off of the video I put on Instagram today, I could direct a Rocky movie.
Yeah, because you're super motivational.
I mean, are we talking about Rocky 4? Just montages?
No. I'm talking about Rocky 1, Academy Award winning.
9.9% montage, 2% script. Let's be real.
I'm talking about Rocky 1 and 2, Academy Award winning. And I took a solid shot.
One is tough.
Yeah.
One is tough.
No, but it like, yo, listen, that's what's missing. Passion and
but
common sense.
Passion goes out the window when you're being overworked and not paid well. And it's that's
passion
another
turns
thing.
To anger.
When you're being overworked and not even paid well, right? Because if you've been getting paid decently, the problem is, you guys are overworking us and we're not getting paid. And if y'all wanted, y'all could go and get some stupid AI if you wanted to. So there's a lot of factors here. And I don't want to act like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this writer strike. So please take everything I say with a grain of salt here. But I just feel like, writers and movie directors and producers, all of that, like they've been entertaining us for so long. At the very least, we could hear them out, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. This is how you get the situation we're in now. You turn around and goes, "Hey, I want you to direct my Captain America film," and the dude's like, "Great, I have an idea." And the writers come in and like, "I want you guys to write the Captain America film," and they go, "Great, I have an idea," and you go, "Cool, but it needs to fit in this box and connect to these three things." Well, now you just hamstrung the writer and the director because whatever their idea was has now have to fit in a mold. Unless you get people like, so we've been talking about genre bending directors and all that. The Russo brothers, they did Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
They weren't action guys. But to Toe's point, they came in and showed a clear understanding that they understood the characters.
Yeah.
Once you show that you understand the character, then you can put them in whatever situation you want. The story doesn't matter if you have a fundamental understanding of who the characters are. Civil War, Winter Soldier, Endgame, and Infinity War. 4 of the best Marvel has. And what did the Russo brothers do? Every single character that they used felt exactly the way they should feel.
100%.
Not one of them felt like, not one of them acted differently in here that they do in any other movie. And to Lay's point, they brought in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then they're not too familiar with either those characters or that setting. So what do? They reached out to James Gunn. Hey, James, these are your guys. You come in here and help us with their section so that everything fucking fits and blends together. You have to find people that understand the character and that can fit their idea within the box. that they have. Because then you get Edgar Wright, who's like, yo, I got a great idea for an Ant-Man movie. Okay, well, here are the parameters. But we don't see eye to eye. I can't fucking do my vision in your story. Well, tough. Because as much as Edgar Wright might have made a good fucking Ant-Man film, you're signing on to be part of a larger story. And at some point, whether you like it or not, these movies have to connect.
Yeah.
Because when they don't, it's obvious. And then you get a fucking podcast on YouTube where you get these guys and this idiot sitting here talking about this shit and angry.
She-Hulk.
Ding, 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 ding.
That is one thing I hope from the strike and all that. This breakaway gives them that time to fucking, hey, let's figure out when this is all settled, the game plan here. Where do we fucking go? Where do we find common ground to maybe open up their spectrum a bit instead of, well, this is how it's worked, but it's failing. So like find something where now we can go forward.
Yeah, because and we said it all here before, like, you know, phase one, we kind of didn't know what was going on, but after phase one, with the introduction of Thanos, we got a vision at that point, and everything was working towards that vision. And like, I know now the vision is Secret Wars, but it feels like we're taking a lot of twists and turns and dips and dives, dodging and dodging again to get to that point. There's a lot of detours here, and like some of
they're not dodging that wrench.
And remember, like back in the day, even those detours that we had to take to be prepared for another movie, it still felt important to go watch. Whereas like now, I could tell you right now, you can skip Moon Knight, although it's a fantastic show. You can skip Secret Invasion. You can skip. I mean, I wouldn't want you to skip Hawkeye. I don't think you can skip Hawkeye.
Nah, you can't.
No,
you can't skip Hawkeye.
Just for the pure fact that if you're a Marvel fan, you can't skip Hawkeye.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot like Eternals. You could skip Eternals. Yeah. Unfortunately, Shang-Chi is a great movie, and you should watch it because it's a great movie. Absolutely. But you can skip Shang-Chi.
It hasn't connected with anything yet.
Yeah, you can skip Shang-Chi. Like there's not those movies anymore where it's like, you gotta go watch that. And then the movies that it's like, you gotta go watch that turn out to be Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
That just depressed me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Anthony? Let's turn this into a video game podcast. Let's juice up the vibes, bro. I would prefer Ratchet and Clank.
Oh wait, real quick before we go into video game podcast.
No. I was Anthony. My bad. Yeah. Let's stay on Marvel, Ant. Let's stay on Marvel. That was a joke.
Fuck
Let's stay on topic. But so coming out of the writer's strike, after the Marvels, after Deadpool, how would y'all fix the MCU?
I think we stay the course. I mean, like, restarting or going back or reconfiguring how things are gonna come out in the order that they're gonna come out. At the end of the day, out of all of these shows, we got 2 of them that maybe missed the mark truly. We got a couple of them that are decent, and then we had some bangers, right? I think Loki 2 is gonna stay the course. But let's just maybe scale back on the shows themselves. Keep doing the same thing you're doing with your movies. It's fine. The problem is that now, when there's a subpar Marvel feature, it feels so much worse because there's another million fucking subpar things that you had to watch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's just stop making it so much about the content and make it more about the overall arc. Introducing characters through the shows and introducing storylines through the shows was maybe not the great idea you thought it was, Marvel. Let's just cut your losses with Disney Plus. The user retention in Disney Plus is low. The show quality is getting low. Let's go back to basics. Give us the 2-3 movies. Maybe give us a huge Avenger type of deal every 1 or so years, every 2 years maybe. But I think we stay the course. I think we're too far into the game to reinvent the wheel now. I think we're way too far into the game to do that. But let's just focus on giving people some breaks. Let's focus on cutting out the fat, like Les said. And let's just get back to trying making fun movies that are coherent with each other. And let's make a universe back where you need to be in the know of everything. Make everything important for the overall arc.
And I think that's you said it earlier too. Like, it needs to be quality over quantity at this point.
Yeah.
In order to save themselves, like they're losing more money by trying to put out all these projects just to be able to try to get a cash grab out of it.
Yeah. Disney Plus didn't work how you guys wanted it to.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
Yeah.
The shows, because I still enjoyed the movies. Phase 4 and Phase 5, we've had Thor: Love and Thunder that was trash, and then we have Quantumania, which was okay. We had Eternals that is very controversial, but for the most part, I think they've been okay. Like it's crazy because I feel like when you look at Iron Man 1, right, and see what Iron Man 1 started, to then go to Multiverse of Madness and see where we're at, I think it's incredible that we're here.
Absolutely.
It's so cool that we're here. The fact that we can say what we've said about Multiverse of Madness and Doctor Strange and America Chavez and all of that, I think it's cool that we're there. So whether the movie's good or not, whether you liked it or not, I think it's cool that we're just there. The movies have that. The shows don't have that. Like, oh, look at where we're at now where we can make these cool TV shows. Yeah, besides the Netflix stuff, TV shows haven't really been Marvel's thing.
No.
And even the Netflix, outside of Daredevil, it's been like 1 or maybe 2 good seasons, and everything else has been
because
and they haven't connected with none.
Iron Fist, get that out of here.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones had a weird season 3.
Get that the fuck out of here.
I love Daredevil so much. Punisher was good too. But
Punisher season 1 was good.
Yeah, Punisher season 2 was.
Season 2, they brought in some Amish dude and was like, what the fuck?
Luke Cage was good.
Luke Cage was good.
Yeah.
Luke Cage was so good. God damn it, Cottonmouth. God damn it. Can we just get Blade out here? I'm sorry. But the shows never really hit. And look at Shield. Shield had moments of greatness, but it has 7 fucking seasons to find these moments.
Yo, to this day, I don't even remember how it got to 7.
Yo, there's 24.
They went into outer space.
There's 24 episodes in each season.
Yo, Mom, you know what that shit sound? You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a
torture
Power Ranger season.
Yeah,
remember Power Rangers like 24 episodes in one season?
No, yo, do you know when I watched
I didn't even know Shield went that long and it was that many episodes.
You know, when I watched the Power Rangers, the original shit on Netflix, the first season was 63 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking with you.
That was the same thing with the Batman animated series. The Batman animated series, the first season was like 50-something episodes, dog.
Yeah.
Like, how do we have... Remember, these were after school shows.
Yeah.
So
X-Men was another one that had like 24 seasons. I was like,
24
episodes. Like, wait, you had 24 episodes in one? Holy shit. I'm sitting back like, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But once you cut out the commercials, it's only 21 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would have been interesting, Anthony, to have like Moon Knight on Hulu. And maybe She-Hulk on Hulu.
I tell you right now,
they put Secret Wars or Secret Invasion.
I'm gonna push this shit till they realize it's smart. You have to. I think you're right about the Gargoyles one, because that was a lot of fucking episodes. And that went everywhere. But I feel like you need to put certain things in certain places. Moon Knight, the Punisher, even Man-Thing, they should be in another section compared to everything else. You know what I mean?
Which worked because one of the main reasons that I didn't watch the Defender stuff on Netflix was because they were like, yo, this shit has nothing to do with the MCU. But it's like, as soon as I watched Daredevil, the first episode, they're mentioning the attack on Manhattan in 2012. I'm like, wait, what do you mean this isn't connected? I mean, they mentioned Thor, they mentioned Iron Man. Like, yes, it's not connected, but I mean, they shouted some shit out. And I mean, yo, it is gonna be like Daredevil was just a series of fortunate events where you got Charlie Cox, who played the role so damn good that people still think he's blind for real. You know,
Yo, for real.
They gave the man an award from some kind of blind institution. Like, yo, I don't mean to make a stupid joke, but like even the blind people saw that he was doing his thing. You know what I mean? Even they could feel that shit. Like, that's impressive. Yo, Charlie Cox would be talking to people, doing interviews, and his eyes wander off. He said, Charlie Cox has said that he has lost roles because of his wandering eyes during auditions. That's insane that he lent himself so much to the character. And then some of the gritty way they directed that show, the fight scenes, bro. Daredevil died every fight scene, bro. They stabbing him. Like, stop getting up. I remember screaming at the TV, yo, everyone stay on the floor. Help yourselves. You know?
But that's something back to what I said earlier in the podcast.
Yeah.
Daredevil had something to say.
Yes.
They had a story they wanted, and they stuck with the story. They got to tell the story they wanted to do. It wasn't just fucking fluff shit.
Yeah.
Bro, the
first episode or the second episode where you just find Matt in a freaking dumpster, half dead, and freaking homegirl has to get him. And it's like, that's another thing. My man was just Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, we got the origins later. My man was just Daredevil. As soon as that show starts, which is boom.
I love that one scene where he's getting out of bed and Foggy calls him. He goes, "Oh, you had a date? How was she?" And he goes, "Violent." The stars on him. He's like, really violent, bro. And once again, he wakes up. He's also very violent.
You know what? I just want to clap for how good that show was. Just want to clap it up for how good that show was. Goddamn. But yeah, like. It ain't nothing new. Marvel having bad TV shows is nothing new. Inhumans.
Oh my god.
I
want to know whose idea was it to make that shit a show.
So like, stay the course, Marvel. Just let's kick it back to a clear vision and good directing.
You know whose idea was to make that a show?
Who?
20th Century Fox, because they own the rights to X-Men. And Marvel needed their own group of mutants.
That's exactly what it was.
That's what happened.
No,
around the same time in the comics, they try to push the fucking Inhumans as the replacements for X-Men. And that failed as well.
And look, Ty with a great point. Even some of the animated Marvel stuff is not great. And if you want to compare it to some of the animated DC stuff, oh my God!
DC can't miss with animation.
Yeah, animated. Yo, I told y'all I just watched the Flash Paradox just cause. I just went on a HBO Max kick, and I was like, you know what? It's an hour and 10 minutes. Let's just watch it. Gold. God, I would love to see real life Thomas Wayne, live action Thomas Wayne.
I watched Justice League Doom, which we all know what that really is from, and I'm like, even if it's not the story that it's based on, you're still like, yo, Batman, you're a dick, son.
What? Yeah.
But the funny, I'm telling you, my favorite thing and all that Green Lantern goes, I get where he's coming from. Like, Green Lantern goes, I get it. But it's pretty damn dumb that somebody stole the plan. I get it, believe me. I understand. Everybody else is losing their shit. He's like, I get it. Shit happens. I've been all over the universe. I see shit go left. I get it, bro.
Is this when Batman is explaining to all of them his failsafe for all of them?
Oh, yeah. And when he looks at him, he goes, you know what? I don't need to be here. My man Link gets up and goes, I said, I'll do it again, and I'll do it again, and I'll do it again, because this is what I do.
Can I tell you what one of my favorite things about those DC animated movies is how much Batman loves Flash. Yeah. He's so weak to Flash. I love that. And then the payoff that we get when he brings the letter back from his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to make Batman cry?
Oh, yeah.
Is insane. So DC don't mess with them shits, and I don't care what anybody says. Master of the Phantasm still number one for me. Get out of my face.
That's it. Yeah.
Get out of my face. It's still number one for me.
Before we get too far in, and
Sorry.
we only got 45 minutes. I couldn't find a way to say this earlier because we just got right into the shit for the first time ever.
We did.
Normally we take like an hour to. No, we just got right in it today. But I just wanted to point out. So I put this. I know you are, but what am I? Because Paul Rubens passed away.
Yes.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anybody who grew up in the 80s, 90s, and you know Pee Wee's Playhouse, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, like he was a staple in everybody's home for a while.
Yeah, man.
And that's our secret word of the day.
Man, that was actually a pretty good effect. That was perfect for secret word of the day. That was perfect. and that guy, the guy from Euphoria too, man, passed away.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Yo.
My boy shows me him, and I'm like, "Yo, Sam Smith died." He goes, "Nah, that he could play Michael, another rapper,
Mac Miller."
And I'm like, "Yo, this is the same person." Sam Smith just killed off his alter egos.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, he just passed away. I think he was doing some. I think a lot of people are saying that it was like a suicide.
Mental health, yeah,
because his dad just died last week.
Yeah,
it's and I watched Euphoria season 1. I actually like Fez Cole. He just acted as himself, and he had a good coming of age kind of story. Where it's just like he was like waiting tables a couple years ago, and then boom, yeah, it's been sad. I mean, Pee Wee for sure. I know a lot of people don't know Angus, I think his name is. Yeah. But man, it's I try Angus Cloud. Yeah, that's what it is. I try not to like get into that stuff, but I mean, yeah, when Pee Wee goes down, it's a sad day. And I know Pee Wee had his problems. We all know what, but
it's still
somebody else brought this up. So he had his problems, right? Which we're not going to get into, but he owned it.
Yes.
He apologized for it
and moved on.
He worked through it and came out the other side.
Yes.
And was graciously brought back into the fold. Because there's a thing about redemption.
Accountability.
Right? Yeah. But redemption has to be earned.
Yep.
You can't just sit there and do something and just be like, my bad, guys, and then think you're redeemed. No, he did the work and earned his redemption and earned his way back in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He had dark times and then he just got out of them. It is what it is. We're humans.
Not to equate it too much, but like if you look at the steroids thing in baseball, everybody who tried to fight back against the thing, they were left out in the lurch. Andy Pettit went in there and was like, yeah, I did it. I did it for this reason. I haven't done it since. He did his fucking pennant, and nobody says anything about Andy Pettit.
Yeah. Because that's all they wanted. It wasn't illegal. It said, just admit it and you can go. He goes, all right, I did it. And that's it.
Yeah. But the ultimate point is let his story, if you look into his story, that's the true redemption.
Yes.
That's how redemption is done.
Rest in peace, Pee Wee.
Word.
But I guess we got some breaking news. So apparently the sit down happens this Friday to be able to put an end to the writer's strike.
Nice.
Oh, well,
Deadline just reported it again.
Let's hope, because there is one provision that the writers, I don't know if they're still going to ask for it, but early on, before the actors struck, one of the things that the writers wanted is something that I think is going to be detrimental to them, even though I understand where they're coming from. They wanted at least a writer's room of, if you do a project, at least 6 to 12 people got to be in there. And I'm like, I understand where you coming from, because you want people to get work and you want expanded roles.
But too many cooks.
But not only too many cooks, but if you get somebody who's like
a tyrant,
Nolan, who does his own shit, or James Gunn, who does his own, adding more people to them is gonna downgrade what they do.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta trimming that fat is perfect, man. Like I would never tell Christopher Nolan, but like, yo, listen, I think you should. No, I've seen Inception and The Dark Knight. You don't need my help. you got this.
You're good. Yeah, you're good, man.
You're good because you know what you have your vision clear as day, and there's nothing to fuck with you when you do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
last
be.
one you did is amazing.
I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here. If you just need, if you want to ask me a question as to what I think, I'm gonna be right here.
Exactly.
But
it's not like Christopher
I'll
Nolan
say
is
some
ever
shit
going
to
to
him.
direct a movie like Tenet. You know.
No, don't get me. Yo, listen. You know what's funny about Tenet? I like a lot of it, but some of it I was just like, for every Memento that he did, Memento, you have a Tenet. You're gonna get those. But he's had a lot of hits. So I can't sit there and be like, yo, you're gonna be trash today. Your batting average is pretty good, brother. I'm gonna sit back and go, yeah. I'm gonna give you
in baseball, you could be in the Hall of Fame for hitting 3 out of 10 every time. 3 out of 10, and you're in the Hall of Fame. That's insane. A lot of room for error. But let me tell you, hitting a baseball is the hardest thing in the world.
No, it's not. All you got to do is put steroids in your ass, and you can hit him as far as you want.
You hit him as far as you want, but what you gonna do for that hand-eye coordination? It's funny. The steroids thing is always funny to me because it's like I think of the people who took steroids and were still ass. They could just heal faster.
Yo, 90%.
There had to be a bunch of those, right?
Yo, but that steroid list, I'm like, yo, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
That's all steroids does. It allows your muscles to heal so you can work out at a higher pace for longer.
You could crack balls out the park, sure, but you still need hand-eye coordination to hit that thing. And let me tell you, hitting a baseball is wild. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw when he wrote that originally.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of that, did you watch the second half of The Witcher?
Not yet. But wait, did you?
I gotta rewatch the last 2 episodes.
No, I don't like the way you shook your head at that comment.
Oh no! Watch, please. Yeah, this is my favorite Witcher season.
You shook your head. No.
It wasn't that. Remember, I got the Last Dragon thing going on. I'm kind of slow here. You know what I mean? I gotta get a new webcam. Yeah, this has been my favorite Witcher season. Better than one.
Do you have your webcam hooked up to a USB hub?
Not a hub, no. It's directly to the computer.
Okay. Yo, I'm a little bit mad that you have this camera for us, but your OnlyFans shit, you got the perfect camera.
Yo, because I gotta make sure that I
can't
be showing this. You know?
Wait, you didn't get the email? He gave us all free trials.
Listen, I'm not here.
He was using OnlyFans wrong, apparently.
Yeah. I was using it wrong. I don't know. I think it's registering my camera. No. It's please watch. I just don't want to spoil anything. I think my cam is like it's like feeding off OBS for some reason. I don't know. I gotta look into it.
It's what?
Like every time I open the cam, it opens OBS. So there's like a weird link there. Like when I test my camera, like before I get on here, OBS opens up too. Something weird is going on there. I'm gonna reinstall the Logitech shit because this just started happening. So I'm gonna reinstall. It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's probably why your camera's doing that.
Yeah, look, like I could, and on here I can switch it. I can switch between OBS virtual camera, and then I could switch between the Logitech. When I hit, obviously it won't work, but like for some reason it didn't do this before. It just started linking to OBS. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna reinstall it.
Did you update your OBS?
Maybe that's what I haven't done. I haven't used OBS in a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro, it's so weird. I don't know computers the way I did. These new computers are crazy. I just know it could play good video games on it with no problem.
Right.
And I'm waiting for Starfield. I'm waiting for Starfield, baby. But yeah, Witcher got nuts. It's kind of a cliffhanger at the end, which obviously.
Oh, I mean,
But-
they got 7 fucking seasons coming.
Yeah, but damn, it's like to have a cliffhanger of that magnitude and then know that next season is gonna be a different Witcher.
Hold on. Can I make one guess? Geralt is a Skrull.
We figured it out.
Nah, man, that Mephisto can't be.
He's a Kree. He's Kree.
He's Kree. Yeah.
He's Kree. He's Kree.
But he's
He's
been
an eternal.
Kree ever since before.
He's been Kree since the books. I am mad that so like there's this one character in the books that they barely bought him up, and they made a whole character out of him in Witcher, the Witcher game 2, which is Yorveth. He's Scoia'tael. And I don't think they're ever going to bring him into the shows, which is kind of disappointing because I loved him as a character. But again, the books referenced him like one time, literally. And then they never built an arc or anything like that. Yeah, I would love to see Yorveth.
Yo, Kev, you might get him because according to Henry Cavill, the writers ain't referencing the books. So,
and this one really went kind of no. There was some. I did read some like links and some things that were okay, but I mean it's cool, whatever. At the end of the day, I really enjoyed the season. I'm gonna go back on what I said though. Maybe I don't like it more than season 1 because the first episode of Witcher season 1, the massacre of Blaviken. Oh my god, that fucking episode was insanity.
dude, that's the one where he fights that girl in the street after killing like 15 dudes, right?
I think her name is Ren of Freya, or some shit like that. Yeah,
Dude,
that episode was so good, so good.
Props to Henry Cavill.
And then toss a coin to your Witcher was just
Yeah.
just catapulted it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back on that, but definitely a good season. I do have to rewatch the last 2 episodes, and episode 5 was just a treat. That shit was a treat. But watch
Henry
Twisted Metal,
Cavill,
guys.
The broadsword handling, because that shit is not easy. I've carried a broadsword. I was like, no, sir. You were doing that shit with one arm. I was like, props to you, brother. You're true, bro.
And I know this is part of it, but I like seeing Siri adapt to his like style. She's doing it so well, especially when she holds the sword like downwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's just so cool when Siri does that. I love that shit. She's so ready to be a Witcher. And I want to see more Wild Hunt stuff for sure. But Witcher's been good. Twisted Metal was good. Secret Invasion. Well,
That last episode was okay.
Yeah, watch it.
Of Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wanted that should have been episode 4. And then we should have had a 5 and 6.
Yo, not for nothing. Yeah, because it would have been awesome to see, like, because think about it. Once the president declared war on the Skrull, that's the blip. Now we want to see life after the blip.
Yeah.
How are they going to handle?
Are we going to see that in Armor Wars? Like,
I love how the fucking Fury comes down and goes, I got to do this on my own and prevent them from taking over the planet. All right. The white people are killing the colored people again. Everything's back to normal. Let me go to space.
Peace out.
Cause that's what it was. I killed the nigga. I got the main nigga dead. You can handle the rest. We don't need Avengers. I'm going back to space.
With my troll Poontang.
Geralt is Terrence Howard is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Come on, man.
Geralt is Terrence Howard.
What movie comes out after Marvels? We're supposed
Captain America Brave New World.
Brave New World.
I think they officially finished filming that before they finished what they call principal photography before the actors went
to shit.
And already they're saying that this already got a Rotten Tomato score of 0 and because
they're just trying to blame Seth Rollins.
No, it's because they got to lead the black man as Captain America, so we're already behind the 8 ball.
I don't think you can say that, man. I mean, Blade was successful,
but he wasn't Captain America.
He wasn't Captain America. He was a
Everyone loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. When it turned into Captain America and the Winter Soldier, people had a problem with it. No one had an issue until they made the Black Super Soldier and Black Captain America. Then everybody all of a sudden, oh, it got too political. Oh my God, I can't believe this. How does a girl with freckles strong? Oh, look at, they're in another country. I can't relate.
They're in another country. I can't relate. Is wild. That's
I
wild.
can't argue with that.
It's funny. I always think of the fact that they were a match report. You can link it to Shang-Chi. You can link it to you can link that shit to Wolverine, and they never took the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, Madripoor was we needed more Madripoor for sure.
Was Shang-Chi not in Madripoor when he fought?
That's what I'm saying. You could have linked everything, so easily by one friggin' place. You could have done that. You could have said, there's a guy with an eye patch that owns that place. By the way, they showed the spot.
I would have loved the Wolverine callback.
You know
if you just see like a table in Madripoor that just has like 3 slices on it.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. I'm saying.
That's what, because that's in the books, in the comics, that's where Wolverine went for R&R.
Yeah.
That's where Wolverine went to relax in fucking Madripoor. That's hilarious. When he needed to disconnect to have a drink like away, that's where he went to chill.
I mean, doesn't that make perfect sense for him?
It does.
Yeah, it's perfect, right?
Absolutely.
That's where he became Patch.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious to me. Wolverine in a suit with an eye patch. I was like, somebody was on acid when they came up with this book.
It worked,
come on, buddy.
It worked.
Wolverine could do whatever he wants.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. There's also something I wanted to bring up quickly that I'm just
please.
Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's freaking out because now she's the most powerful being in MCU. She's got all of it, blah blah.
She could put people to sleep.
We don't know. I mean, science can be whatever you want in these movies. Can we not just say that because 2 people were in that fucking machine when it's only calibrated for one, that her having the totality of everybody was just temporary, and she burned through it and only was able to keep maybe 1 or 2 others from the extremists that she already
Not
did?
only is that plausible, it's probably correct.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like that's more than likely that's what's gonna happen.
Let's just say she got the extremists for healing and 2 other cool shits, because they were like, oh, she replaced Rogue. I was like, how? Rogue still. I was like, Rogue is more than just she grabbed Captain Marvel and now she can fly and super strong.
Yeah.
She still can't touch motherfuckers.
Yeah, but
that didn't go away.
That never goes. Yeah, that never goes away. It's there.
People being people.
That's what I'm saying. These people, like early, nobody's a fucking adult about this. There's easy ways to explain what the fuck happening where you don't have to put yourself in a corner now.
When there's something we don't like about a show, we explain it. It's a fucking detail in the show. It's not because they keep wearing the color purple and they're green and purple go together and it's too much of a haiku and they're foreshadowing. Like what?
Too much of a haiku.
Yeah, like they're coming out with shit. They're at like we see that we can kill Emilia Clarke. Get Captain Marvel with a shooter blast to her fucking stomach. She dead the same way this nigga Gravik was.
Yeah, and another thing, these 2 are like new to that power, where Captain Marvel has honed her shit through the last 3 decades. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody that they got the power from, it's the truth with it.
Ty says, I'll risk it.
You know what I'm saying?
I would too. Job from Rogue. It depends. If it's Rogue, if it's Rogue from the movies and a pack win, I'm good. I wouldn't risk that. If it's Rogue from the cartoon, that's different.
Here's what I'll say to that.
Did you see
I don't like talking about this. I don't like talking about this topic, but with my personal ability, my superhero ability, I'm pretty sure that I can get one of those and be completely fine. It'll be over before she knows it, so I'm good.
See, why are you still going?
Oh my god!
So all you gotta do is suggest it with me.
Yo, raunchy Cap is my favorite.
Oh my
We got a
God.
lot of raunchy Cap
That's
today. I
damn
love it.
Cap after
This is
dark.
great.
Yeah, Cap
This is
after
great.
dark is wild. I
That's
love
damn
it.
good.
Rogue, yeah, like I have a feeling that like I still think that Captain Marvel could show up and put it on her. Like, you know, this girl just got out there. Like, you got to learn. I do like at the end of it, the deal that she made with Sonya, where Sonya's like, "I'm not your friend.
No,
You're gonna use me. I'm gonna use you. We're gonna make shit happen."
Yeah.
and I'm telling
love
you
that.
right, and I'm telling you right now, if they don't
MVP.
use Son, if they don't use that lady to bring Captain Britain and Excalibur,
Yeah.
they're
We
missing a
got
massive opportunity.
yeah.
That's literally, yo, you literally, whatever you were writing and that fucked up thing you were writing, you perfectly made a great character
Yeah.
to move on with something else. Because she was literally my favorite character in the whole thing.
Yeah.
I loved her. Because she was
Easy.
literally legit. She was a G, and she did it. She goes, "Oh, it's a lovely laboratory. Too bad I have to burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm
Oh.
gonna torch it." I was like, damn, I don't feel bad that she's doing it. I kind of like it.
Yeah. The best one was, aren't we in a sticky situation, huh, Victor? My name is Fred. Oh no, I was talking to the guy with the silencer behind you.
Yeah. She's so cool.
Yep.
She's so cool, man.
Yo, her swiftness with it was just like,
Yeah.
She's what Valentina De Fontaine wishes she could be.
Yes, correct.
that's what it's supposed to be.
I can see
feel
her
like.
being the DC. What's her name from
Amanda
DC?
Waller.
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller.
No, you know what?
No,
the
but this
difference
one's
is?
likable though.
Yeah.
That's the difference. We knew, or we all suspected that Valentina is evil.
Mhm.
So she already came in with the cloud over her head. Where this lady, we're like, we don't even know if she's a Skrull or
Yeah.
not. So when she goes, we're like, oh, now we can go on the ride.
Yeah. I'm
She-
glad that
Wait, do we
got
not think she is one though?
No,
No, she's
No,
not
she's
a
not.
Skrull.
I
feel like
but I
she
think
might
her.
Based on her reactions to all of it,
Yeah.
she shouldn't be.
and I know that it was Gaia who was saying this, but when Gaia as Nick Fury was like, "Bro, you know what I felt during the blip? I felt relief. I was done. I was out. She felt great. It reminded me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer."
Yeah, I just wanted to point out one. I called it like a week
He
before.
did.
That's exactly what
We started
happened
fighting.
when she said, "Oh, I'll put on a good face." I knew it.
Fucking Ray.
Two, I love the fact that Gravik didn't pick up on the fact that Fury didn't know who the fuck he was talking
Yeah.
about. When he was like, "Oh, you don't recognize this face?" He should have known right then and there that wasn't Fury.
Yeah. But that's kind of the thing
But-
about the Skrulls. They're so good that they could even convince other
But he
Skrulls that they're
was
human.
so busy with his own dialogue
Yes.
Yeah.
that he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he wasn't picking up on little cues.
Who wants
Yeah.
it? You know, but I heard in the comics that a Skrull can identify another Skrull because of their scent, and for some reason, like they have a vibration that they can only feel or some shit like that. That they can tell when there's another Skrull around.
Was it a good vibration?
Hey,
Well-
but
That would make perfect sense because if you're trying to put on the mask of other people and invade,
Mhm.
we're gonna need a way for us to know
yes.
you're cool, you're not.
Mhm. I don't want
And
to
yeah,
pop that in
like-
your ass, and we cool.
Look, and yeah, he was too busy in his own monologue. And not only that, it's also Nick Fury. Like, he absolutely despises Nick at this point, but he's weak to Nick.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like, bro, like
Yeah.
my whole plight is because of your ass and what you did.
Mhm.
You mean to tell me there wasn't a planet that you could find out there for us? Not a one. Captain Marvel literally flies across the universe. She ain't find nothing. She ain't find 10 blocks. She ain't find Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen where we could just all chill at, bro. Just a quick 10 blocks, and you could just all put us in.
telling me there's
How
another
cool is that?
nowhere out there, bro? Just select
Yeah,
like
like-
chilling.
Or just nowhere in
How funny is
general.
that?
Like I think everyone can
They
inhabit
couldn't
that.
find they couldn't find a fucking planet on their own, Fury and Captain Marvel. But the Skrulls just so happened to find Earth, and this is fucking perfect.
Yeah. Just it's cool.
Hey, what?
Yeah, it was. There's a man. Secret Invasion needed to be fleshed out a little more.
Yo, I love how everybody is a little pissed. They're like, oh, you get the whole dialogue scene, but it's not Fury, so it negates it and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so it was Gaia. You do know in the comics that if this happened, if this played out in the comic, this exact scene, that would have been a life model decoy and not Fury anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fury rarely ever actually shows up himself to fucking places.
Yeah. True.
You know,
So, like-
can I just say this? Everybody that's bitching about little shit like that when it makes sense, fuck you.
Facts. Facts.
I don't know how
Facts.
simple that was. Just fuck you.
Facts.
I remember in one of my favorite Punisher comic books, Fury wants to recruit Castle, and Castle shoots him in the face. And everybody, you take a book, but then the next page you see what it is, and you're like, he goes, I know Fury wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
The whole team is, the whole team that came to get him is losing his shit. He was like, think I didn't know it wasn't him? Come on, man.
I love that kind of shit. I love that kind of shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, late. But let's real quick. Let's get your thoughts on this new Punisher that's coming in.
Which one?
So for the comics, they
changed everything.
So look, I understand. I like the idea of what they did with it. Don't like the symbol. I've never liked the Punisher with superpowers.
I hate the symbol
because it's not who the character is. But for the story that pretty much arcs for the Daredevil and making him pretty much, I don't know if anybody hasn't read it. I don't want to ruin anything. Read it. It's a great comic so far. But for what it's gearing towards, I got no problem with it. The story is great with him like that.
So you have no problem with the new guy who's going to be picking up the mantle?
No, that I didn't know about. I'm just sticking with the Daredevil story right now.
Yeah. So I've already said it. Like I think last week.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
But to not spoil it, they're literally there's something happened and they're literally putting a brand new guy who's picking up the mantle of the Punisher.
So he becomes like the power of like he becomes like a god or some shit, and then his oh, you don't want to spoil it?
Yeah,
oh my bad.
Because I don't want to
I
spoil
thought you didn't know what happened.
No, I know.
All right.
But
I was still reading the thing. The Daredevil thing. I'm not finishing off.
The new guy hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah.
His line hasn't started yet.
Uh-huh.
But from what they said, he's an ex Special Forces SHIELD agent.
Oh no. I mean, I'll read it because it's the Punisher and it's a thing. You know what I mean? But I'm first and foremost a Frank Castle guy's literally who I started with, grew up with him. So, but we'll see. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say no because I did the same thing with the new James Bond and Heath Ledger, and that was unfair. I learned both of those times that was a mistake. Massive mistake, especially James Bond mostly. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? I'll catch up to it. But the fact that he's part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Castle looks down on S.H.I.E.L.D. like they ain't shit. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like he's a past weapon.
Say he's former.
Okay, but one of his favorite pastime is fucking up S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and making them realize y'all ain't shit. Yeah. Which is hilarious. He goes, "Oh, you S.H.I.E.L.D. You ain't shit. I fuck all y'all niggas up all the time. It's fun. It's cute that you think you're good, but I do my thing and I fuck you up. No technology or nothing. But yeah, I'll look into it. I saw a picture of, I guess, what his new uniform is. And they were like, I don't know, man. You're losing points already.
I didn't like that new symbol from the beginning.
Yeah, the other one, the one where he was that's
the hand. Yeah, this is the new guy.
Yeah, but the other one you're talking about when he was the thing of the hand. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I was like, no.
Is everybody just the leader of the hand at one point? Goddamn.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yo, it's like the NWO. At a certain point, everybody joins.
Yeah, like fucking.
No, you're right. You're right. I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, so anybody can be the leader of the hand. Got it. Cool. Just show up one day and I get godlike powers.
You mean to tell me you don't like this?
That symbol is absurd.
Oh my god.
That symbol is absurd.
My god.
What?
I remember
That's so bad.
I saw that shit. I was like, who crapped that out?
That's so bad.
So fucking garbage, man. Oh my
I don't mean to put down anyone's art, but geez,
Yeah.
Louise.
Yeah,
Like, I know they told you, hey, don't make it look like a skull, but you
Yeah.
made it look like fucking Crash
You
Bandicoot
do
with
know-
some tiki mask.
You do know that that's the mark of the beast, right?
I completely get it, but no. Have the decency to at least live up to the fucking quality that the other ones were. Even the one that looks like it's literally a blob of paint on a shirt. Damn, that was even more decent than that shit.
You could make the icon a gun. Like, it's like,
yo,
make it a grenade. Make it a grenade skull.
Yo, with the Punisher, it's not hard. It can be any from an arsenal to a knife. It's not difficult.
It could be a bull. It could be a bullseye. Anything.
The point of that is to get all the attention away from his face so you shoot his chest.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
You can make it a smiley face with a bloodshot in the forehead.
Yeah, I think in one alternative universe it was something like that, which is hilarious.
Ty says, since we mentioned NWO, who's the Stevie Ray of the hand? I get that reference.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
I don't even know how
Luke Cage.
I don't even know.
Electro.
Yeah, Electro. If you could have said who's the Stevie Ray of Harlem Heat, I would have been Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
Nobody. He's a Marty Jannetty. Everybody has a Marty Jannetty, man. I'm sorry. It sucks, but it's true.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny? And if it wasn't for his own personal demons and him being a fucking complete shitbag, we would never have that fucking discussion.
It's funny because Marty Jannetty was just as good as a wrestler as Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
It's just that he's a fucking psycho in that too.
Yeah. I think Survivor Series 1990, I want to say, where it's the Rockers versus the Power and Glory.
Yeah.
Watch that match. Shawn gets hurt, and the entire match becomes a handicap between Marty Jannetty and Hercules and Dipshit. And watch how good Marty fucking Jannetty was. If he wasn't such a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also if he had a little bit more of a personality.
Just a little bit.
Little ting to put you over. But yeah. I mean, it sucks that nowadays you are literally your name handicaps another person. Always. Like, oh, you're the Marty Jannetty of the tag team. What? Damn, nigga. That hurt.
Word.
You're the Marty Jannetty of, like, if they say you're somebody the Marty Jannetty of the podcast.
You're the Memphis Bleak.
That's fighting words.
You're the Tony Yayo. You're the Sheik Luge.
That too.
Yeah.
You're the Tony Yayo. You're the who is this? Is it Sheik? You're the Sheik.
Yeah, you're the Sheik.
Group. You know what I'm saying? You're the you god of the group.
Oh jeez.
I feel you. There you go. I feel you got and Marty Jannetty are really disrespectful. Well, you got and Tony Yayo are really disrespectful.
Yeah.
I've heard some okay thing from Sheik.
Yeah, no, Sheik. Yeah. I take that back. I don't want to put Sheik there. Sheik, at the very least, Sheik can like still spit, but yeah.
Shit, yo. He's the Magoo from Timbaland and Magoo.
He's the Magoo. Oh my God, Magoo.
That's bad. It's bad.
That's
but yeah, you know
annoying
what I'm saying?
ass voice.
You equate one name with not being that good.
Yep.
Jannetty.
Also, she's the Marty Jannetty of the tag team. Oh man, we're doing that. Yeah, man. Yeah, when I saw the Hardy Boys, I was like, well, clearly I know who the Jannetty is here.
Yeah. Delete.
I mean,
it turns out.
But that was skill alone, because both of them suck on the mic at that point until later on.
Yeah.
I was strictly on skills.
Yeah.
Yo, see, then you get the tag teams like the New Day.
Yeah.
Which all three of them are good.
Yeah.
You get the Usos, which both of them are good. And then you get the Hit Row, where they got two Jannetties on the team.
I wouldn't even insult Jannetty with that shit.
Damn, that's bad.
That's bad. That's really bad.
Do we have a group that's just all Jannetties?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hit Row.
3+. Like three, like a group.
It's funny because
yeah,
they had a Shawn Michaels, but then he went to another company.
Yeah.
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 They had, and the most baffling thing ever, they had a dude who, so Hit Row's all rappers, and they had a dude who was a rap mogul who went over to the other side and then was angry because another wrestler rapped before he came to the ring. It's like, dude, that was you 10 seconds ago.
Exactly.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
And now, a wrestling podcast with the knuckleheads.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
It's Thursday already? Oh shit.
Well, I
It's
mean,
funny,
so we got 10 minutes
night,
left. This is when we start
wrestling,
bullshit.
Rap, comics, we did it all.
Video games.
Video
we do it all
games,
here.
the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. App After Dark showed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Captain
this
Dark, yeah.
was
Yo, we only get capped after dark every once blood moon, like for real. Like, yeah.
No, you know what it is it's like a cheat day.
Yeah.
Like you can't go too many days in a row
Without
being on the high horse. You got to step off the high horse every once in a while, step in the mud.
You mentioned Rogue. You got to start thinking about stuff. You got to start thinking about it. It's funny because I was crying at, like, I was laughing at, like, how, committed Anthony is to Crazy Taxi. I just saw a streamer play Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi was good. I have Crazy Taxi. I'll fire that shit up right now, but not really. I was thinking about that Dreamcast era the other day. I was thinking about the PlayStation 1 too, like some of the best RPGs of all time. That system gave us good RPGs. I'd be saying to a lot of my friends, right? I was like, yo, you missed such great JRPGs, Japanese. Wild Arms, don't even get me started. Panzer Dragoon, don't even get me started, bro. Sweet Coden, don't even get me started, bro. Jesus. But I be telling a lot of the homies, I'm like, you missed out on great JRPGs because you didn't want to press attack to do an attack. You didn't want to press magic to do magic. You didn't want to press item to use a potion. So you missed out on some fantastic games. Fucking Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story is so good. Vagrant Story is like a JRPG mixed with Resident Evil. Just think about that.
Okay.
Think about that. I mean, I get technically that's Parasite Eve, but I prefer turn-based RPGs over action. I mean, Ty, it depends. It depends. Because, you got the Ocarina of Times and shit.
God damn it.
But I love, turn-based RPGs. Oh, Gauntlet Legends.
Gauntlet Legends.
Oof.
That was my fucking game.
That was a game.
The original Diablo for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Diablo.
It came out first, but
might have, but I know what you mean.
I never heard of Diablo because wasn't Diablo just a computer game?
It was PC. That's what it was.
Yeah, for the longest, yeah.
I remember I had an uncle who would talk to my dad about Diablo 2, and I would be like, "Yo, my dad plays no video games whatsoever. Yet you're still talking to him about this." But I mean, go on. And we never played PC games. Like, I mean, I downloaded PC games onto the PC from download.com. It'll let you download demos and shit. CNET.
I'm gonna throw it back. How many people played this?
Oh my God. I didn't even play that.
Yo.
I missed out a lot of N64 stuff though.
That's one of the first like full-on RPG action. Oh, there's a whole story games I've ever played.
Dang,
it's fucking great that game.
Dang, I want some remakes. I want a Chrono Trigger remake.
That's what they need to do is make a lot of the remakes like this stuff.
Chrono Trigger was, oh my goodness gracious, that game made me feel stuff when I was a kid. Yeah, Chrono Trigger was good. I'm telling you, like, going back to those old school JRPGs, mostly on the PlayStation 1, but man, there's like even like the regular stuff, like Fighting Force on the PlayStation 1 was, if you go back to that game now, you're gonna throw up. It looks so bad. But at the time, There was something about that PS1, those pixelated graphics. I mean, I didn't. If I say that it made me feel things, and that's where you take it, Ty. Although,
I'm pretty
Anya,
sure Ty likes to feel things.
Anya from yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Virtual
Yeah.
Fighter was
Yeah.
insane.
Oh,
Yo, Virtual Fighter does not get mentioned in some of those fighting games.
As much as it should.
It should. It really should, man. It really. I mean, I remember playing it and thinking, this is probably one of the best games ever. And then another Street Fighter Mortal Kombat came out, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to dead you. I got to dead you. Real
I
quick.
think I think that's what it is. It got killed by just it didn't keep going. Like
Yeah,
everything
it
else.
sucks
agree.
because what
I agree.
what really happened to Virtual Fighter was Dead or Alive. Yeah, there it
That was
goes.
about
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happened. Dead or Alive.
Dead
And
or
then
Alive
Dead
quit.
or Alive,
Copy
and
and
then
paste.
and then not only did Dead or Alive have the better fighting game, but they added one of the craziest mechanics of all time to Dead or Alive. I am talking about the jiggle physics. In Dead or Alive, you can control.
Jiggle physics.
Bruh, in Dead or Alive, you can control from the number 1 to the number 99 how much tits jiggle. If you put it on 99, you was literally like, it was insane. You wanted to keep it around the 20s. You wanted to keep it around the 20s and 30s.
They knew their demographic down to a T.
But down to a titty, if you know what I mean.
Bro.
Like,
Yo.
dog, it was insane jiggle physics. That was
I'll
wild.
tell you right now, motherfuckers in Japan.
Yeah.
As much as you would read that they were repressed and that they're not like physically hooking up with each other and dating is down and all that shit's down, there's some sick motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm on Crunchyroll right now trying to curate a whole watch list and shit. And there are times where I'm like, yo, the fuck am I watching, bro?
I
There
remember.
are legit times where I'm like, yo, I'm a 38. I'm gonna be 38 years old. I'm not watching this high school kid fucking do shit. But like, no.
Yo, Ranma Half, which is a great anime, Ranma Half. But it's actually funny because it was like a dude who, whenever got wet, turned into a girl. Yo, Ranma was wild, bro. Ranma was crazy. And it was a good anime, but it was definitely risque for sure.
I remember.
Like, I
watching-
remember the first time I saw animated titties, it was in Street Fighter 2.
Yep.
Like, my cousin,
Oh, my man.
yeah, my cousin is just showing me a Street Fighter 2 anime, and I'm like, this is great. I'm
Great
like
anime.
8 years old. And then all of a sudden, I see Chun-Li's ass, and I'm like, and he's just, chill, bro, chill. And I'm like, okay, we're doing this. He's like 10 years older than me. He's like 2 years older than me. We're doing this. And then full titties. I was like, I didn't even know cartoons could do this.
Yep.
Why would you draw titties? I think I've mentioned this here. Why would you draw them? It's one thing to show them on TV, sure. But to draw them, you guys do this shit? Crazy. I remember, they used to have those little like nasty comic books. They were like this little, and they would sell them. It was just like nasty. It was like, I think it was like Spanish comics. It was just weird sexual stuff. God damn, people are pervs. People are fucking pervs. When I get a rim job, you're the best. Oh my goodness. Yo. And on that note, bro, that is the note.
This is
Why would you show
If
that?
that is
This
the
is-
note, no, I'm glad you showed it.
You know what?
My man, Ty be having his legs in the air talking about
Wiggling
Why
his
are you
toes and
keeping
shit.
no? Come back tomorrow for sports. We're done.
You go ahead and segue your way out of that bad boy right there.
My man said come back to sports.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out.
Oh my God.
Peace, everybody.